Beware the one with the many eyes. Today.
Yeah.
Oh boy, ominous.
Welcome everyone to part 2 of Into Xanathar's Lair. Last week, we penetrated deep within Xanathar close calls, but so far have managed to survive, or at least managed to stay in one piece. You are currently in the tomb of past Xanathars. Once the room was cleared of traps and the mummies dispatched, this turned into a rather appropriate place to rest for 10 minutes and recover your breath. And Nathal, as you left before the end of last session, we were having a short rest in here, so you may actually start this session by having a short rest if you want. Any hit dice you'd like to spend. And I believe everyone else is rested and as close to full health as possible.
Yeah, spend 2 hit dice.
Yup.
I'm back at full.
Yep, lovely. And
Yep.
so with that, we continue our dungeon crawl. You make a meager meal of traveller's rations, and as you eat them, your nerves are on edge. You just keep looking over your shoulder and peeking at the door to the crypt as if you're expecting that dreaded beholder to come in at any moment. But, thankfully, thank the gods, he doesn't. And after you patch up your wounds, check your equipment, and take a deep breath, you are ready to step once more into the breach. So, where would you like to go from here? You are currently on the second level of Xanathar's Lair, directly to the south of the end of the corridor, all the way to the west. There is a big stone appears to be an image of a piece of meat carved into it.
According to the map we have, that one would be the kitchens, correct?
According to the map you have, yes, that would be the kitchens.
Do we end up going to the Drow Weirdo?
We did not. That is the room to the south.
Onwards to the Drow Weirdo!
Well, he might.
I hadn't read it.
Bob admits that he is interested in the Drow Weirdo, but obviously majority rules. So
Alright, so... Well, the Drow Weirdo may not be in his room. That is always the case, and if you are planning on heading on to the kitchens, perhaps it might be a good idea to just ensure that that room is safe and that any potential threat in there is dealt with, so...
You do have a point.
Do you want to do a spot check?
Oh, you could try.
So,
Can we do like a listen check?
Yes, Sir Lucian, go ahead and do a perception check, please, as you approach the door and have a
Alright,
listen.
time. Alright, let me pull out the... Alright, here we go. We have got a nat 1, don't worry about it.
Yep, that one. Yeah, Lucian, you press against...
Jack shit.
Yep. You press against the wooden
I'll
door.
try.
You try to listen and you hear nothing. Go ahead, Ava.
What am I doing?
Perception
Perception.
check.
Nat fucking 1.
hey, at least it's gone now.
Yeah. No, but this is M1 though.
yeah.
Alright, I got 22.
So Ava,
Oh,
you
beautiful.
push up against the wooden door and you listen, your keen bird senses trying to pick up on anything. You actually hear no movement coming from the other side. Appears to be perfectly quiet in there. Perhaps the Drow Weirdo is not in residence.
Hmm. Perhaps. Or maybe he's dead.
Maybe he's dead. He
Kick
could
over
have
the
pissed
door.
off Xanathar. Alright, go ahead, Nathal. Make an athletics check.
What's he doing?
He's gonna just kick through the door.
Why kick through the door? Can't we
That's
just open it?
interesting.
I am going to go hide behind something.
Why aren't we just opening the door instead of booting it through and giving people reasons to go, hey, there might be somebody running around in here?
You know, that'll alert other
Well,
areas in the
may,
dungeon.
we'll see. Narthel steps.
Hmm?
Yep. Yes, Bulb.
While Narthel is booting open the door, Bulb is coming over to the stairwell and listening.
Yep, and listening to see if anyone hears it.
Yeah. Yes,
So
please.
Narthel just steps forwards and raises his axe and kicks out with his right foot, smashing his foot into the door.
That's
The
bullshit.
door's locked, but thankfully, for some odd reason, does not make any noise as it swings open.
So the room has silence cast on it.
Perhaps. And as
Hey,
the
quick
door...
question.
Yep.
Just a quick question. When we left the Beholder tomb area, did we close the door behind us?
I'd
Was that
assume
door
you
closed?
did. I assume you
Yeah.
did.
I'd like to make sure, or at least trying to cover tracks from our quote-unquote stealth.
So the room, would you just like to run in?
Do Galores have dark vision?
They don't, unfortunately.
No.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. So if this isn't magical, I was going to say, Bo would like to just quickly go to poke her head in the room, and as she does, she flips down the welding goggles over the top of her glasses and just, like anime style, just pushes them up over her nose. You know, that whole, like, that cliche, you push them up, you get the little gleam of light off them.
Yep.
Yeah, you just hear this quiet little as her goggles, her goggles have actually been infused with goggles of night, which gives Bobbit dark vision when she's wearing them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
very
the girl
insane.
I wanna
waiting for you to
stealth.
notice.
I'm
I
gonna
was waiting
stealth.
for you to notice. Yes, go ahead, roll a stealth check, please.
I
Amy.
got
no,
17 plus,
I mean, either way-
plus 4.
Alright,
Either
so-
way, Narthel should be first since
So
he
Ava, you're
basically
hiding
took
in
the
there.
door.
Yeah, he is first. You're hiding in there, Ava. And
I don't want anything to do with this.
I'll put Veska here.
This is why I'm only sort of just poking
Okay.
in the door. If anything's scary, I'm immediately
Bobbit-
moving away from it.
You slide the lenses down over your goggles, and you see on the other side a rather sparsely furnished office of some kind. There are candles affixed to the walls, but none of them are lit. The room contains the following. There are 2 open crates resting against the north wall. A stone desk against the southwest corner seems to have a completely clear surface, and there's nothing, not even in the way of a simple shred of paper on its desktop. The chair behind it is carved with a spider motif, and there are bare stone bookshelves that stand against the east wall, again, not containing any books. Despite that, however, the room appears to have a guardian. A flesh golem made of a patchwork of dismembered limbs and body parts.
Very yummy.
Standing inert, not moving, but then suddenly bursting to life as Narthel runs into the room. Narthel, you will get a surprise round. Everybody, roll for initiative, please.
I still have to
Trying to
roll.
be a hero.
Yes, you do, because you'll still be in the initiative order.
I
I'm
got
so glad.
I got 18.
50. 15. So glad we decided to hit the door. Imagine just Bobbit's looking in, just going, crates, and okay. Well, you'll get him now. You'll get him now. No, Bobbit believes in you. You can see, right? Sure, why not?
So what did you get? What did you get, Narthel?
21.
21, fantastic. Remy, what did you get?
Bulb got an 18.
18, and how
I
did
got
Sir...
18 too.
So Ava would go before
Yeah,
Bulb.
19 because her dex is higher. How did Sir Lucian go?
Oh, I'm back to shit rolling again. I got a 6
Alright,
after
6 minus
my
1,
modifier
that's
applied.
5. Yep,
Yeah.
6. Yep,
this
so,
6.
yep, so, alright. Well, Narthel, you've got a surprise round, so you get to go first. What would you like to do?
Yeah, it would be a disadvantage though, because can I
Yeah,
see
'cause
at all?
You cannot... There is enough ambient light coming in through the door behind you that you can see what you're attacking, but you'll still be rolling with disadvantage until someone actually produces a light.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I'll just go for the flesh golem.
Alright, you rush up, and you swing your axe. Go ahead and roll to hit with disadvantage.
Oh, that was a 9.
A 9? That's a hit. Roll for damage. It's just made of
Fleshy
flesh.
boy.
Doesn't appear to be armored.
He's just a big puddle of flesh.
My first roll was a 19, and the second one was a 9. I didn't even add the bonuses.
Yeah, no, 9's a hit on its own because it's
Whoa.
it's made of
Whoa,
flesh. It's
shit.
not armored.
Okay, what's my 6? And it's 12 on the first attack.
Ooh, lovely. You smash your axe into its body, breaking off small pieces of flesh with a squishing sound. Make your next attack.
Uh, 9 plus. Well, either way, it's a hit.
Yep, 9's a hit. Yeah, same as before. So go ahead, roll your damage.
Well, that's a lot better. 9 plus 5, 14.
14, another good hit. There's a loud squish as you smash what appears to be an arm that's just dangling off its body and it falls on the floor. Okay, that was the end of the surprise round. Nathal, you get to go again.
Yay!
Yeah.
Blood for the blood, for the All-Father.
For the All-Father, go ahead, make another attack.
That's a 14.
That's a hit, roll for damage.
That is 10.
10? You smash another piece of flesh off its torso. Make your next attack.
That is a non-nat 20.
Not nat 20, that's definitely a hit. Go ahead. Roll your damage.
Oh, shit, that's nice. That's a... 17.
17. Oh, nice. The blade of your axe tears off a layer of skin, and the creature roars in pain. That was actually, you took off a good chunk of its HP then.
Hey.
Ava, your turn.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it.
You're gonna rush up and hit it, alright. Zoom in, and as you enter the room, your sword's light allows Nathal to see, so Nathal will no longer be hitting with disadvantage. Go ahead and make your attack, Ava.
14 plus 8.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Alright. There we go. That was a 6 plus 5, so that's 11.
11. Big damage, yes, go ahead.
3.
3, nice.
Yep.
Alright.
Just a sec. Okay. Yeah, I'll do my
Offhand attack.
second attack. Yeah.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
Oh, that was the wrong dice. This one. 11 plus 7, 18.
It is a hit. The flesh golem is immune to all forms of non-magical attack.
Oh. Fun.
There you go.
Okay.
You do have your extra attack, though, with your main weapon.
Yeah. So I shall do that.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
18.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
10.
10. 10 points of damage. You can start to see the horrific skeletal frame of the flesh golem as between you and Nathal, you've started to tear most of its flesh off. It's now the flesh golem's turn. It roars. Clearly berserk, enraged from your attacks. It turns and makes a multi-attack on Ava. And that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Ava, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
Yeah.
It then makes a slam attack against Nathal. Only rolls 11, so Nathal deflects the flesh golem's emaciated arms with his blade. The flesh golem roars again, and it begins to run past Nathal towards Sir Lucian in the doorway. Nathal,
Oh, yeah.
that's an attack of opportunity from you.
It sure is. 11 plus 19.
That's definitely a hit. Roll.
Where are you? No. 8. 13.
13. You smash out one of its tendons as it runs past. It roars and takes out its rage on Sir Lucian, making its third and final slam attack. And that's a nat 20. Sir Lucian.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Sir Lucian take is now Bobbit's turn.
All right, the second Bobbit is incredibly happy that Sir Lucian was in front of her. And just sort of like peer down, just sort of poke her head out from behind Sir Lucian, just pull her head gun and go, you don't like this can go away now. And just take a shot at it.
Alright, roll to hit with your gun.
What was my plus for hitting?
13 to hit. That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Whew. That's going to be 12 points of damage there.
Reaction to sprint past Sir Lucian, prompting an attack of opportunity from Sir Lucian.
As this thing goes to hit me, what does it? Does a flesh golem count as an undead, or is this just like a straight
It's
monster?
a construct. It's not undead,
Wow,
unfortunately.
bollocks!
It's
Well,
Frankenstein's
this is gonna
monster,
suck.
basically.
Hooray! So glad we came into this room.
So, Sir Lucian, you can go to hit it as it runs past.
oh, beautiful. Can I just put my foot out so he trips over?
You could try. Go
Maybe
ahead
just-
and roll
actually,
for
maybe just-
attack.
No, okay.
I'm pulling. Ooh, 15. Beautiful. It's a hit.
It's a hit, yes. Roll your damage.
Oh, beautiful. Charge blade time. Oh, shit. Where is my charge blade? It's 1d8.
Yes, so 1d8, and if you'd like to spend a charge, it'll be 2d8.
Actually, I would like to spend a charge.
Alright.
It illuminates blue light.
You swing your blade, and as you swing it, it lights up bright blue and sears off a portion of the flesh golem's body, revealing a skeleton underneath, cobbled together out of pieces of scrap metal and old bones. It falls to the ground, but then slowly climbs to its feet, continues running towards Bobbit, and lashes out with a slam attack. And that's
Aww.
an 18 to hit.
And of course, that's exactly my AC. So I believe.
Bobbit, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hooray! Hooray!
It is now Bulb's turn.
Okay, well, I guess I see this flesh golem.
Yep, you can now see it.
Is it like, does it look damaged enough that it's starting to fall apart, or is it
Yeah,
still
it's
looking?
definitely starting to fall apart. It seems to be on its last legs.
Okay. Well, it's not undead, so it might not be susceptible to flames.
However,
Sure,
it is
fire.
made of old flesh being cobbled
It's,
together.
Yeah.
it's just a giant
Yeah,
flash.
fire tends to mess up most things, Days.
Yeah, it does.
Uh,
Oh, have and go.
yeah, I'm
What?
probably just going to produce flame and throw the produce flame at the flesh golem.
Alright, go ahead, roll to hit.
What's my plus for a spell attack? A spell attack is now a +7. See, I only needed to roll a 2 to hit it.
Mm.
I rolled
You
a.
just hold out your hand and
Yep.
Can
Yeah,
I
just add
use
the
can I
fire
use a
little
bonus
ball of-
action to?
you can use an inspiration point to re-roll it if you like.
Oh no! I was going to say, can
Yeah,
I use the bonus action to do a perception check to listen up the stairwell?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and make a perception
Yeah,
check.
please. Please do.
I need to re-roll that because that landed on its side, right in the very corner of my bloody thing. It was either going to be a
God.
1 or a
when
19.
that happens.
That's what's my perception? Perception is a +4. That's a 19.
The sounds of battle do not appear to have raised anyone's attention yet.
Okay, cool.
I dare say, besides the flesh golem's low roar, you wouldn't hear much because it's just still against flesh.
Yes, it is. So it would
Yeah.
just be. It's Veska's turn, and she swings her short sword, and miraculously nat 20s.
Oh!
She sticks her
Wow.
short sword into the flesh golem's chest, shattering its rib
Damn.
cage. It falls to the ground with a pitiful roar and dies.
So that's where all my luck went.
Yeah.
Straight to
Okay.
Veska.
I was gonna say, Boba just looks at the thing and go, we should probably hide this thing. It's not good to be in the hallway.
Yeah, you just drag the bundle of sickening.
Honestly, I'd say drag it into the Dead Beholder room, because we've already
Oh,
made
yeah,
a mess
you've already
of that
made a
one.
mess.
What's one more pile of flesh?
Yeah, so you just drag the pile of dismembered flesh into the crypt of the past
Before we do
Xanathars.
that,
Yes,
Before we do
Nathal?
that, since Ava's sword is lighting
Yep.
the room, and I can see. Can I see anything better in the room? See anything else?
Yeah, you can actually check the room. Go ahead and make an investigation check. As Bobbert and Bulb drag the pile of flesh into the crypt to hide it out of the way.
So you said this thing was held together with, like, different body parts and, like, scrap metal and stuff, right?
Yep.
And Bob's gonna be like looking at like the metal and stuff, and they're going, I wonder how this would work with. No, maybe later. Maybe later.
Maybe, yeah.
That's a flat 15.
15, lovely. Okay, so would you like to check the crates or the desk?
Check the crates.
Just before you read,
Yep.
Bulb is going back to the stairs and just listening for
Just
any sounds
listening?
for people coming this way.
Yep. So you walk over to the crates and you use your axe as a crowbar to pry one of them open.
Who am I, Vector?
Yes, your vector. And you find that the first crate contains what appears to be 50 stuffed beholder toys.
Love it. I can go.
You then crack the second crate open, and your eyes light up immediately as the second crate contains 30 onyx trophies, each of them depicting a small arena with a knight holding a sword up in the air in it. And each of these arena trophies would be worth about 25 GP each, and there are 30 of them.
I was gonna say, Bobbert can carry those if you'd like.
So that is 750 GP worth of trophies.
I was gonna say, you see, Bob.
750
Yeah, well, it's 30
GP
of them.
altogether. Yeah.
30 times 25.
Yep. So 750 GP.
Baby Jesus.
I was gonna say, do you want Bobbert to hold on to these by any chance? Just so you're not trying, because I'm guessing they.
Split the difference, Bob. Do you want half of them?
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, we're gonna. In this particular case, I'd say, we'd split the funds amongst the party. I'm just saying in terms of carrying them, carry these, because I can roleplay this. I was gonna say, you watch Bobbert sort of half scramble up the crate, look at the things, and just start picking one by one, picking them up, and just putting them into a pocket in her coat. And you just watch as she just keeps putting them in there, and it just does. Her coat doesn't seem to get any heavier or look like it's putting anything in there.
You just second think.
Yeah. Well, I'd say, in that case, I'd like to introduce everyone. Bobbert, I was going to say, does anyone actually question Bobbert on this? Is she's just putting
dropping
one
them
after the
into-
other into her coat pockets?
Dropping them
Bulb
into
doesn't
the
even know what's
pockets.
happening.
Yeah.
Okay,
just
you'll
dropping
give
them
me a look
into
at
the
them. Does
pockets
anyone
and they're
else wanna ask?
disappearing.
Does anyone else want to ask?
I assume Nathal's pretty amused, like just watching them drop into the pockets and they're seemingly just disappearing.
No?
I think everyone's
Okay.
too busy
So-
watching to make sure they don't get attacked.
No, I was going to
Yeah.
question, but I was
Yeah.
taking a puff.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead and explain your coat of holding, Bobbert.
I said, Bobbert just sort of looks over at Nathal, who's just sort of like looking. Bobbert just goes, "It has pockets."
So you are you going to take the all the
That's
stuffies
cute.
as well?
So
Yep.
you take 60 pounds worth of onyx trophies and insert them one by one into the pockets of your coat, and as you drop each one in, it seems to disappear.
It has pockets.
And just for second, I've wrote it down. Just
Yep.
So we know.
Yep.
So,
Alright, so
Wrote what
is
down?
in the desk?
Okay,
What we have.
On trophies.
I would like, if you're going to check the desk, Nathal, I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
Oh boy. That is a 7 plus. That's a 9.
9. So 9 altogether. The desk.
Altogether.
Yep. The surface is completely bare, and the only thing of note is the wooden chair with spider motifs sitting in front of it.
I'd like to take my spider staff and just poke it.
You poke it with your spider staff, but nothing happens.
I was going to say, can Bobbit check the desk?
Go ahead and make a perception check, please, Bobbit.
Would be perception or investigation if I'm looking in
Well,
the actual thing?
If you want to investigate the chair specifically, then make an investigation check.
The desk.
Alright, go ahead, make an investigation check.
So 14.
You check the desk, and it's less of a desk and more just a stone table. You cannot seem to find any part of it that would open, and you wonder why it is even here, as it appears to be completely unused.
Bo doesn't like mysteries.
Ava, you have a passive perception of 15, don't you?
14.
14? Ah, very well. That's fine. That's fine. Yep.
It's not enough, is it?
It's not enough. Passive perception's not enough. You're gonna have to... If you have a feeling that there is something here, you guys can search. Otherwise, yeah, there's...
Do we want to search?
Well, we're here.
Ava, go ahead and make
Yeah.
a perception check. Because I'm sure this has piqued your interest.
Normally, probably yes. That is 14.
14. Okay, so you notice that the spider motif chair has a secret compartment under its left armrest. You reach your hand in there, and you feel a click as the compartment opens, and the desk begins to shake as the front...
Check
You
the
think?
traps.
Ooh.
You could check for traps if you like. Go ahead and make an investigate check.
Always check everything for traps all of the time.
Yep. Yep. After last time, we definitely wish to be checking for
That
traps.
was only a 5.
Aw.
Do not seem to see any traps, but you feel as if you could trust your senses as the contents of the desk are just sitting there in the newly opened compartment in plain view.
What's in the desk? What's in the
Would
desk?
you like to
Okay,
check,
fine,
Bobbit?
look.
Go ahead, okay.
Yes.
You find two objects in the desk. The first is a large leather-bound tome that webbing motifs across the spine and covers. There is also a small leather bag sitting next to it. When you open this, you find what look like two ordinary pebbles, but they have a very definite magical energy emanating from them.
Those sending stones.
You
Arcana check? Well, we don't
Go
know
ahead.
that.
go
Because,
ahead,
you know,
Bobbit,
smarts.
make an Arcana check.
That's gonna be a... Where am I at with Arcanas? 21.
This is indeed a set of sending stones.
And how about the book? What's the book?
The book,
Gee, I wonder.
the book contains the book is Nal Zabrindus, contains all of his prepared spells, and you may add a ritual spell of up to 2nd level to your known ritual spells from this book.
Oh,
Nice.
yay.
So I'll yeet that to Bobbit.
Yeah, but it's just happily just pouring over, going, yay. More magic spells, more spells, yay.
The only
And just
other
holding up a
thing...
Plushie.
Yeah, plushie. You want to collect some of those for the kids, Snaffle?
Yes, I do.
So you
I want
scoop
one.
up. You scoop up 2 of the plushies, put them in your bag, and then Ava comes over and takes one.
Bobbit needs the rest.
I was gonna say, I mean, Bobbin already went through hell and back to get one. She probably feels slightly annoyed that these ones just sitting there in a crate when she had to fight to get her one.
They
Bobbitt's
do
one's
appear
already
to be
better.
To get these 2.
These do appear to be identical to the one that was in Zoblob's shop on the surface above.
Bobbin might just take one.
That
Who
was
exploded?
Yeah.
That was ominous
Bobby?
foreshadowing.
Neat.
The only other thing of note in Niles Abrindis's office is the stone bookshelf that strangely has no books adorning it.
Is there any marks on the floor by the bookshelf?
You may make a perception check, please, Nathal.
Hey, that's an flat 19.
You notice that there are a couple of long scratches across the stone floor leading to the
What a
side of the
surprise.
bookshelf.
I would like to move that bookshelf.
Make an athletics check, please, to push that open.
He didn't check for traps. I want to be nowhere near that.
Alright, everyone else
away.
is just
Seven.
backing away.
Well,
I need a shield.
I mean, Bobbin has a shield. She just doesn't wish to be the
You're
shield.
just backing away while Nathal makes his athletics check.
You're just standing behind me.
Yep, Nathal will
No,
take
we're
the
not.
brunt of
No,
it.
we're not.
No.
Yeah, we are out of the. We're in the hallway, just going.
Yeah, in the hallway.
Bobbin's just flashing a thumbs up as they walk out, going, "You got this."
What did you
Wait
get
for
on
the
your
explosion.
athletics check, Nathal?
Oh, I did 18 plus 7.
18, yep. You hear the
God.
sound of stone scraping upon stone as Nathal pushes the bookshelf out of the way. Thankfully, it is not trapped, and it reveals on the other side a small passageway leading into a secret room.
Is the passageway trapped?
Well, if you're that paranoid, you can check it.
I don't trust you, okay?
Go ahead and
Weird.
make an investigate check, please, Ava.
It's almost like you threw a ridiculously powerful trap at us last week, and we don't trust you with anything and anyone else in this room.
Alright,
Hallway.
that was a non-nat 20.
A non-nat 20. You peek your head into the small passageway, and you find almost hidden in the dark, that you would not have found it were it not for the light of your sword, a very thin, almost web-like strand of fabric across the floor. And when you
Like a
examine
tripwire?
it, like a tripwire, and when you examine it, you notice that one end appears to be attached to a compartment in the wall containing a
Yep.
copious amount of black powder, and the other end of the tripwire appears to be attached to what looks like the barrel of a gun embedded into the stone, facing
You're
the
welcome.
black powder.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we really want to continue further into this room?
Yeah,
Because
well,
I'm noticing there's a lot of like web-like things in here. So I'm guessing whoever this guy is has something to do with spiders.
Well, he's a drow, but would you like to dismantle
That's
the
just
trap
being
bomb?
objective, but sure.
Stride up, stride up, stride up, stride up.
Can Bob do a perception check to see if anything's coming? Because it's been a while,
Yes,
and
you may
Bob is
go
getting
ahead,
paranoid.
Bob. You may go ahead, Bob.
It's a 15 on Thieves' Tools checks to try to disarm stuff.
Okay, Bobbit. You insert your thieves' tools underneath the tripwire and go to cut it, but it appears to be made of a material your thieves' tools were not designed to easily cut, and in the process of dismantling the trap, you set it off. Make a dex save, please.
I'm so glad we came into this room instead of going for trying to find an objective. But fine, dex checks away. 16.
16. Bang! The gun blast hits the black powder, which immediately explodes. However, you manage to jump out of the way and avoid taking any damage from it.
Slow-mo dive out of the way.
Now, Bulb, make your perception check, because there has just been an explosion.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
motherfucker. That's a 14.
Miraculously, you hear no activity downstairs.
Would this area possibly still have silence cast on it?
Possibly.
Although that was just a theory. No one actually checked.
No one actually checked that, but that is
Love it.
possible.
No. I was gonna say I did do Arcana checks at one point, but not specifically on the room.
Yeah, so...
Do you want me to check?
Oh, no, mine.
No?
Would you like to just move through the passageway?
Wait,
I don't trust you.
Cantrips do cantrips still count as magic?
They do.
They
but-
do, but they
don't use a spell slot.
Yeah, they don't use a spell
Yeah.
slot.
Yeah, Bold, try to do produce flame in your hand.
Bobbit, not Bobbit, Dale.
Yep.
With my 14, did I hear the explosion?
You actually didn't.
Oh,
There you go, guys.
Ah.
cool. So wait, so anything that's happening to
Very
us, you have no
confirmed.
idea what's going. Well, there you go. Well, I mean, it confirms. For
I
him,
mean,
we
I
have no
can't
idea.
tell you this. But...
Yeah.
And we couldn't hear you. Oh my god, that's terrible though, because if someone does come, we're not going to know.
Yeah,
Because he'll be
but-
sitting there going, shit, someone's coming, and we're not going to hear him now.
Yeah, but what reason would the drow have for doing this to his room?
I know the flesh golem's kind of
Casting
a
rituals?
massive. The
You
flesh
get a
golem is
feeling that the
definitely
flesh
a-
golem is not something that Xanathar would particularly object to existing, though.
Yeah.
Went into the room.
Into the secret room, very well.
Wait, Nathal does?
Yep, Narthal's just stepping in.
Ava is back floating in the
Just in
passageway,
case.
Bobbitt's
not
behind.
touching the floor or the wall.
Bobbitt's just dusting off her gear. I'm actually going to take a healing potion after that friggin'.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
I thought you
Narthal,
didn't take any damage.
I did. I got
not from the
I got
explosion, got smacked by
Not from the
flesh
explosion,
golem, though.
just by the flesh golem.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
by
I'm
the
trying to
flesh
keep
golem.
myself as
Sorry.
close to high health as possible in case we come into another room with nasty things. Like,
Narthal just-
give it 10 seconds.
Narthal just shouts, "Secret passage!" and marches into the secret room. You half expect him to explode at any moment, but somehow nothing happens. Narthal, this room is choked with dust and cobwebs, but most interesting of all, you see 20 wooden kegs of black powder stacked neatly in the middle of the
Oh.
room. Each keg
Oh.
has a paper label written on the front, which simply reads, "Black powder, do not open," in both common and Alvin.
Baby Jesus.
Well,
Days.
I believe it's time to just not be in that room. Hmm?
Or you could put them in your pockets.
I mean,
Oh,
I
wait, you
can't
couldn't
really. I
fit
can't
them
put,
through the
couldn't
opening.
put the barrels. I couldn't.
But you could get
The
the
barrels
black
I definitely
powder out.
couldn't. I could definitely pour some black powder into my damn pockets.
Would you like to
Make
head in,
something go
Bobbit?
boom.
That is true. That is true.
You could set a
Makeshift
trap
grenades.
as a
Makes-
diversion.
Makeshift grenades. Very.
Would you like to head in and take a look at the black powder, Bobbit?
Yeah, I was gonna say Bobbit will just sort of, after hearing nothing exploding or immediately attacking, is just gonna go walk in the room. Gonna say, just that like kid in a candy, you get that whole like kid in a candy store moment. Just walks in, just staring at the barrels, just like.
Make an Arcana check, please, Bobbit.
Oh, goody! I'm so glad we're doing this.
In a world of pure imagination.
That is a 16 Arcana.
So each barrel contains about 5 pounds of black powder altogether, and there is enough here that the entire lair could easily be collapsed if someone were to set off this black powder.
Sweet.
Oh,
Baby Jesus.
I was gonna say Bobbit goes from being really excited to just slightly paling. Just like, that's...
In fact, as you examine the black powder, you notice that someone has made a cheeky little drawing on the side of one of the kegs. It is a very crude rendering of a beholder, a circle with lines jutting out the top to resemble eye stalks. Someone has put a big cross through it.
Xanathar go boom.
I was gonna say, neat. This person doesn't like Xanathar and wants to blow up the entire building?
Perhaps.
Looks like it.
That's bad. That's bad. So, wait, what did the Arcana
was
check
just to
tell
tell you how much black powder there was and what it could possibly be used for.
Oh, thank God, because I was getting scared thinking there would be a trap in here that'd set it off.
No.
That looks like it's the idea, though.
Yeah.
So, do we just leave the bomb room alone?
Well, it doesn't appear to be trapped. It doesn't appear to be actually physically connected to anything. It's just been
I'd say
stockpiled here.
he wants to use it to blow up everything.
Suddenly, the reason for the flesh golem and the aura of silence makes sense. It seems he wanted this black powder stash hidden away where no one would find it.
Mm-hmm.
Along
Okay.
comes the paladin.
Yeah,
Good touch.
So we have several barrels worth of black powder. Do we want to do anything with this, or are we just calling this room a yep, cool, done, bye now?
How much length of rope do I like? Standard adventure length rope.
About 10 feet?
50 feet.
50 feet. Yeah, 50 feet it is of rope. So you could actually make a long fuse and like...
Oh,
have
What
it-
if we all
don't
tied our
give the
rope
idea-
together?
No, I mean, curious.
Like, we take all of our rope, tie it together, and then, like...
Drag Nathal out.
So you're trying to make a... I don't know
run
how...
out, and then light it, and then run far away.
We
What,
need the
that's
ore.
great. But, I was going
No.
to say, one, we still need to find the Stone of Galore, and secondly, what part of enough explosives to bring down the entire lair did we not
Yeah.
follow? You know, the
Light it
place that
now.
we're currently...
Well, you
Yeah, but
could
we'd still have
yeah.
to come back here to light it. Why would we want to come back down here?
Unless
No,
you have
that's
a
why
massive
we
rope.
need- Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we tie our rope together.
And what happens if
That's
somebody
the
comes... Okay, great. And what happens if someone comes downstairs and goes, gee whiz, why is there a long pile of rope on the fucking floor?
I mean, maybe you don't necessarily have to light...
Glad Bob's not there.
There's so much of it. There's so much of it that you kind of get the impression it doesn't really matter where it blows up. It's the force that counts here.
I know, but what are we going to do with it? Like, where would we even move it to? Is there any way we could move it to?
Just a quick question.
Yep.
If this lair is underneath the city, and this will blow up the lair and bring it crashing down on itself, what's located above the lair?
We don't know.
That street in the docks ward with the old Zoplob shop and the tavern, which you would probably sink a significant portion of that street too.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of
So it becomes
people
like
up there.
crater.
There'd be a lot of it. But more importantly, we wouldn't have to worry about it because we'd all die first of the ensuing collapse.
Yes.
This is why even
Unless you could get out in time.
I'd really rather not have that as an option.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Part of me really wants to take some of this black powder for the road, but I also don't really want to mess with something of this much.
Can we take some anyway?
You can take some.
Yeah,
could
just
all-
take some.
Each barrel is about 5 pounds, so you could easily take a couple of barrels worth if you really want to.
Has anyone got a bag of holding?
Yeah, Bobbitt's got one.
Bobbitt's coat is a bag of holding.
Bobbit could pour, several barrels worth into her coat.
As long
Done.
as we're careful.
Good.
So as long as we're very careful about how we open the barrels, then go for it.
So Sir Lucian walks over and he just cranks the top off one of the kegs as you all wince and close your eyes. But nothing happens.
Yeah, Bobbitt's worked with black powder before. There's a reason why she hasn't her new outfit.
Sir Lucian carries the keg over to you, Bobbit, and starts turning it upside down, emptying it into the pocket of your coat.
Yes, pockets.
So that's 5 pounds of black powder you now have.
Neat. I will add that to
Which
the
I will
inventory.
point out is still enough to, if you had that much black powder, put it in a house and set it alight, you'd probably still demolish the house. Even this
Is that
small
true?
amount is destructive.
Is this Bobbitt's version of pocket sand?
Yeah.
Pocket boom. Pocket bomb.
Pocket bomb.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do in this room?
I mean, there's nothing else in here but black powder, right?
Nothing else but black powder.
So how much of this stuff could I possibly get in my pockets?
What's the maximum capacity of a bag of holding? Let me check. It is... A bag of holding may contain up to 500 pounds. You could easily fit all of the black powder in this room into there. It would take up about half of your bag of holding.
That's a lot of explosions.
I mean, that's definitely an idea.
That's a lot of pocket sand.
Okay,
If we come across anybody that uses fire, Bobbit, you are to run and not look back.
you do realize that Bobbit uses fire, right? But it's also inside the actual...
The black powder's in a different plane of existence, so it's actually fine. I mean, there might be traces of it, like on the outside of the pocket, but...
But yeah, Bobbit's already got singes and whatnot, it's nothing new. Okay, well, I will just happily add pretty much all of that.
So you all sit there helping Bobbit pour the black powder into her coat.
This is a good idea.
This takes about 20 minutes to accomplish, and I'm going to roll a dice.
Oh no.
Well, I think it's better to take it than to leave it and have the lair randomly collapse on us.
And eventually, after some rather tedious work, you manage to empty all of the barrels into Bobbit's coat pocket. Bobbit, you are now carrying 250 pounds of black powder.
Solid. And I already have an idea on how to use it, just in case. Okay, well, we definitely need to... Well, I was going to say, how is our... Well, Bulb's been out there the whole time keeping watch.
He's just nervously waiting.
Not knowing what...
I imagine someone... Please tell me someone would have gone out there and gone, hey, by the way...
Well, we've got sending stones.
Yeah. Well, Bob doesn't have them.
You didn't
Bob
give me
doesn't
one.
have them. So,
I was
Bulb,
already out at the...
Yeah.
I will go, maybe we should give Bulb one of those sending stones. And I will take
go and give him one.
and go and give it to her.
So, Bulb, you're kept in the loop with the sending stones. And you have several questions, most of them starting with the word why when you hear what they're doing in there. But after about 20 minutes, you see them stepping out into the corridors, Bobbit with a very smug smile on her face. And everyone else looking kind of a bit nervous, except for Nathal, who's just looking strangely pleased with himself. Blown up at any point while you were putting it in Bobbit's pockets, but it didn't.
I trust Bobbit's
knows what she's doing.
Skills with arson. I don't know.
So, where would you like? You can head back downstairs, or you can check out the kitchens.
Can I say that in the last 10 minutes of them doing that, because they're keeping me informed, I actually start a ritual because I don't think it would get through the door if it's a metal door.
You do detect that the Drow's office does have an aura of magic, an aura of illusion magic around it, perhaps explaining why you haven't been able to hear any sounds coming from that direction. But the surrounding area appears to be relatively normal. I mean, as normal as a place like this could be.
Basically, I was just doing that so that in case Xanathar comes floating close to the stairs or...
Finds that beholders project an anti-magic field out in front of them, so he would basically, you would not be able to detect magic to see him coming, because by definition he would not be leaving a magical thing to detect.
Well, anybody else that was coming.
Anybody else, but no, you cannot... Yes, Kitty?
Would that disarm the anti-sound,
Yeah,
silence.
if he projects his main eye into the room, he would disarm that.
So then at least, I don't know, if Bulb hears something, then he would...
Yeah, but you don't detect anyone approaching or anything strange out of the ordinary, Bulb, at least not.
Okay, I'm just trying to stay lookout so that we don't get surprised.
That's fair.
anyone wishes to hear her out.
Sure.
Also looks at the rest of the group and is like, Nana said that Xanathar gets really upset if people mess up his meal, right? If someone was to disguise themselves, go in and tell them that they had to change the meal plan and made them change and send Xanathar the wrong meal. He could get really upset and spend forever and a day running around scaring everybody else, and we could run around freely during the chaos.
Wait. Can we put sprinkles of gunpowder in the food?
You could. That would probably really piss him off.
Sure, it'd be really hard for me to sneak in gunpowder into someone's meal without them noticing.
Well, if we're in the kitchen,
yeah. I mean, it might be busy. If you're disguised enough and the kitchen is busy enough, you may very well be able to sneak a couple handfuls of gunpowder into the meal.
Too bad we don't have
Interesting. Well, I was going to say, well, Bobbitt's sitting there going, well, what now? Oh, that's true. But Bobbit also had something else as well.
Yeah, Bobbit had a different. Bobbit had an idea as well.
So Bobbit just sits there and goes, well, Bobbit has Blinky. Blinky could help Bobbit make it seem like Bobbit works here. And more importantly, Bobbit can make herself look like almost anyone. And flips open her tome book and flips it to a page with the words disguise self on it.
Oh.
Blinky's eye stalks just bob happily in the air as if affirming that he will indeed help you sell the lie.
Oops.
So if you guys keep a lookout, Bobbit can do that, and we could make this work, maybe?
Spicy spices.
Alright.
I can try.
Go ahead.
So, I was going to say, anyone, unless anyone else has anything to add to that?
Yeah, everyone seems to be in favour of the
position
plan.
in the stairwell again.
Yep, just keep a lookout.
Just obviously Bobbit would have to go by herself for that. Alright, Now, what to do with Mr. Stick? Because I know I can shorten Mr. Stick, but I'm not sure how I'd go with... Wait, I did say I could shorten it. How short can I make Mr. Stick?
You could shorten Mr. Stick to about the size of a cane.
But it wouldn't be like, even if I did an illusion to make myself look different, it wouldn't be an issue. It would like run into anything or...
Yeah, as well, how disguise self works is basically...
Yeah, I'm looking at the spell.
Yeah, so as long as you don't well, actually, you could make him appear as small as possible. You could make him appear to be just a wooden spoon or something, but he would still have the physical mass of the proper size stick. So you'll just have to make sure that no one puts an appendage where he would be, or that you don't accidentally knock him into anything.
Yeah. I mean, the other option would be taking him off and putting him down for a minute, because obviously no one's going to want to hold on to him.
Yeah, but then you won't have your focus if you need.
Well, actually, I do still have the Dark Shut amulet on.
Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you can use that as a focus.
Yeah. So, let's just say everyone's good with this plan, and obviously, as long as it works, because if it fails, then Bobbit's by herself and then their world is shit. But we'll cross that bridge if we get to it.
I think Nathal and Sir Lucian have got their weapons drawn and are just waiting outside the kitchen for you.
Okay.
Nathal
is a weapon.
Go ahead and make an athletics check, Nathal, to open the kitchen door for Bobbit.
I was going to say, do we want to wait for Bobbit to actually...
Oh, yeah, but while Nathal drags the door open, you're casting the spell, I was assuming.
Yes.
Bobbit,
do you watch...
a shield of faith on you just in case?
I mean, DC is pretty high as it is, so I should be okay at the moment.
At least, your AC is probably high enough to at least get out.
Plus, I'm trying not trying hard not to start a fight. So, I was gonna say, Bobbit cast Disguise Self on herself, which. Do you want me to read out the spell so everyone knows what I'm doing?
Yep, and then tell us what you've disguised yourself as.
Alright, you make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends or until you use an action to dismiss it. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller and can appear thin, fat, or in between. You can't change your body type, you must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is completely up to you. Changes wrought by the spell fail to hold up to physical inspection, however. For example, if you use the spell to add a hat to your outfit, objects that pass through the hat and anyone who touches it would feel nothing or would feel your head or hair. If you use this spell to appear thinner than you are, the hand of someone who reached out to touch you would bump into you while it was still seemingly in midair. Discern that you're disguised. The creature that can use its action to inspect your appearance and must succeed an intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC.
Correct.
And as for what I'm changing her into, I'm going to make her look like an adult halfling woman, minus the hat, of course. So virtually there's not a whole lot of changes except she looks slightly older and the hat does disappear.
And then, Nathal, make your athletics check to let Bobbit into the kitchen.
Okay.
As he's going to check that, you hear Bobbit sort of just like muttering herself, more of a like. But that change, it doesn't say anything about voice. So would it like
your voice?
Would that
your
change
voice
with?
sounds the same, but like the preteen girl sounds roughly similar to an adult halfling. So
you just sort of hear Bobbit like muttering to herself, going, you know, "I, not Bobbit. I, not Bobbit. No using names."
And trying to make your voice sound a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a 19.
19. Okay, so Nathal grabs the stone slab and slides it open as Bobbit looks around, makes sure she's ready, takes a breath, and steps into the kitchen.
Yeah, as far as her clothing, I'd like to think her clothing looks, well, similar to whatever they use for, like, maids' outfits in here, because obviously if I walk in wearing a breastplate and coat and everything, that's going to cause some suspicion.
Black smoke follows the stench of burned meat and contains a haggard male halfling frantically trying to cook meat, knead dough, simmer sauce, and mix spices all at once. An iron stove stands against the south wall, and cooking utensils hang from hooks just beyond the halfling's reach. When the halfling, I haven't had a break in half a tendy. Make sure you stir the sauce once every 5 minutes. He then hands you his apron.
I'll get right on that. So he's just gonna. This guy's just buggering off and leaving her with the meal.
Yeah, as soon as, and then he departs through the door to the west.
Oh, thank God.
Easier.
I was going to say, well, yeah, I guess Bobbit can at least add the gunpowder in, but at the same time, I don't really have an exit now, because my plan was just to go in, tell them to change the meal, and then bugger off.
Make an investigation check, please, Bobbit.
Okay, that's 17. Yay.
So you notice two things. That's all pretty badly burnt and almost inedible. Furthermore, it appears to mainly be charred meat with some sort of half-Canadian north, and you can smell much nicer aromas wafting underneath that door.
Okay.
So
Bobbit will...
Sorry.
No, I was going to say, Bobbit's going to first try and find a way to sprinkling of black powder to it.
Yep.
Just in case.
You lower the heat on the stove a little bit and then sprinkle in some this food smell any worse than it already does.
Alright, can Bobbit just sort of poke her head around to see what's in the other area?
Yes, you may. I'd like you to make a stealth check, please, to avoid being seen through the large window on the door to the north.
Okay. That's an 11. That's not good.
We shall see. I'll make a roll in a minute. Creep towards the door to the north, and you peek through, and you see approximately 40 kobolds running back and forth through a much larger kidder, and reads in common, "No touching the master's meal." Two Duergar mechs stand guard in the kitchen, supervising the kobolds as they attend to Xanathar's meal. And, too late, they immediately burst into action and begin charging towards the door. Roll for initiative, please.
Wait, why am I rolling for initiative? I'm still dressed as a member of the staff. Could I just, like, go in the room really quickly as they're charging towards me? Jesus, man. Is that why you asked me to roll stealth?
Yes, well, still, there's a reason for that that's got nothing to do with the disguise.
No, I'm still disguised, so if I see them running towards me, I'll just quickly run in before they come and try and attack me.
You quickly run into the room.
Obviously, have Blinky in tow as well.
With Blinky hovering next to you, the two Duergar mechs stop, and they each scrutinize you. The one on the right raises its arm, ensuring that the kobolds do not stop and linger and continue their work, while the one on the left stamps its foot and says in a mechanical voice, "Please state your name."
It's Katie, sir.
There's a reason.
So it's 12. I rolled a 12 plus 7, so that's still a 19.
Provisions for staff and crew were assigned to Beppis, the prisoner halfling, and no others. Explain your purpose here.
She sort of points to Blinky and going, I beg in your forgiveness, sir. I was sent down here to pass on a message for a change in the meal plan before it was sent out.
As your previous lie seems to have put them off guard.
Yes. Well, that one's going to be a 23.
The Duergar mech on the left turns to the one next to it, and you hear them muttering something to each other in Duergar language with their mechanical, monotone voice. And then the one on the right simply says, "Explain why there were 2 kitchen staff assigned in that room."
As in me and the halfling?
Yes.
No, I was mostly down here to send the message, sir. I don't know whether he thought I was a part of the kitchen. The other halfling thought I was a part of the kitchen stuff and ran off. He
just bobs up and down and smiles as if he's trying to back up your story. The Duergar mech on the left brushes its left arm and says, "Very well. What are Master's orders?"
Do I have to be specific on this, or can I just say I spend the next couple of minutes? Quickly, though, was there like a jars or anything like spice jars in the other kitchen?
Yes, there were, but to do with the meal preparation for Xanathar, and it's actually where...
Let's just say, well, in that case, just spend the next several minutes, pointing out, like, new arrangements and stuff like that. Is there anything I could do to try and, just put some black powder? Started up. I've got this far.
You step further into Xanathar's private
just kitchen. as I'm going through the plan.
As you're going through the plan, and you just sort of mingle with the kobolds, seeing what they're cooking, and then suggesting small changes to everything they're making. You pass some kobold bakers that are baking a nice pie for Xanathar, and you suggest making the pie. And despite their protest saying that Xanathar loves his meat medium rare, you say no, he actually wants it well done this time, and you're just mingling around. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
18 plus 3, that's a 21 on that check.
A big tinfoil baking tray containing the contents that will soon be inserted into the pie, and you sprinkle a handful of gunpowder into the dessert, and then
let across.
I will be right back.
Yes.
And then, as you prepare to leave the room...
Yes, sir?
We were not informed there were other halfling prisoners.
I'm only a fresh one. One of our infants is being attacked.
Make a deception check with disadvantage, please.
25 for deception.
Okay. 25 for deception. And then the one on the right simply says, The loss of Zoblob's shop was not made. Roll for initiative. When you mentioned the entrance, I set the DC to 30.
You piece of shit. You piece of shit. You piece of shit. Well,
because that was something that Xanathar did not actually... He was trying to keep that under wraps, so the fact that a random new person would know about it...
I didn't get the chance for that.
Yeah, no, they immediately honed in on that, and... So, yes, go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh no.
This is basically... 18. This is basically... 18, yep, already got 18. This is basically when Ravane mentioned knowing the Jackal back in Remy's
God
game.
damn it, I thought I was doing better than you. This sucks. But now it doesn't bloody matter because I'm going to get friggin' beaten to death anyway, so they're not going to probably do anything about it.
At least you won't get disintegrated.
Everyone else gets to roll for initiative as well, because you'll hear the sounds of battle.
I was doing so well. I did so well, and I fucked up on the finish line.
Hey, think of it this way. Regardless of whether or not...
No, but now I still have to get my ass kicked by Wurigamex.
So that was 19.
These things are a pain in the ass.
That was 19 for Nathal. How did Ava, Bulb, and Sir Lucian go?
8.
8 for
15,
Ava.
15.
8 for 16. Ooh, well done, Sir Lucian. 8 for Ava. And how did... I'll wait for Remy to get back before we roll for Bulb. Okay. So...
And then did a Ravane and said the wrong fucking thing.
Yep.
That's an 11.
That's an 11. Okay. So the mech. So the first round is just between Bobbit and the mechs, and then the second round is when you guys get to act because you hear the sounds of combat. So Bobbit, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Neat. Bobbit would like to disengage and fucking
run
book
into
it
the
back to
other
the door
room
where everyone else is. Just,
Alright.
Nope.
Ah! You just
Actually,
run.
I was gonna say, as I go, can I be dropping down small handfuls of black powder as I roll, as I run?
Make a
Or is
sleight of hand check, please, to see if you
You're
manage
not
to
being
drop
right.
them in the right spot.
17.
You leave a small trail of black powder as you run into the other kitchen to the south, screaming, "Nah!"
Are you serious? Bobbit screwed up! Bobbit screwed up!
It is now the mech's turn. Duergar Mech 1 begins to stomp down, uses up all his movement to enter the room, then he raises his drill arm, and that's going to be... actually, I got the wrong stat block there. That's a Duergar Screamer. I need a Duergar hammer. There we go. He throws his hammer at you. The first one is a 6. So that's a nat 1. So you're fine. The hammer smashes the pot of gravy behind you. The second one is an 11. He throws a second hammer, and it knocks some of the burning meat onto the floor. Then Duergar Mech 2 stomps into the room, standing in the hallway, and he hurls a hammer at you. And once again,
throwing things.
This is and continues sprinting
Oh,
towards
it's just
the
fucking
hallway.
ducking and just love the idea of just Bobbit.
Serpentine.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just Serpentine while just dropping stuff out of her pocket. It's just like crap.
Nathal, it is your turn as you see Bobbit running towards you, screaming as hammers fly over her head.
Just that whole conversation, the whole time they're just sitting there going, do you think she's doing okay? She's pretty good with this sort of stuff. She'll be fine. Yep, never mind. I'll be right back.
So where's the black powder fallen?
The black powder is in this area here. So both Duergar will be hit if you do manage to set it off. So.
Well, I haven't got anything to explode black powder.
So it looks like your best bet will just be to go here and wail on the Duergar mech, hold it off until someone.
Do you have any pocketfuls of black powder?
Yeah, well, we got the black powder on the floor. It's just you guys. Nathal doesn't have anything that will produce fire to set it off with. So.
Doesn't percussion also set it off?
In certain
Friction burn.
Yeah, but it's unlikely, like, in the middle
I'm
of...
going to try and use one of my spells. Let's go for... can I do command at second level? Would that be a better thing or no?
You could try, but do you have Searing Smite left? Because...
Yeah, I do have Searing Smite.
Because that might have a chance of setting the Duergar on fire.
This is good. Yeah, alright, I'll hit the Duergar with a Searing Smite.
Alright, go ahead and...
That is a 18 plus 9.
That is definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah, I'll do it at second level.
Very well. Make your attack roll, make your damage roll first, and then then the Duergar mech will do his con save to see if he catches on plate. Striking the leg of the Duergar fused within. He grunts in pain and makes a Constitution save, which he fails, rolling only 11. So go ahead and that's 2d6 fire damage.
That is a 6.
That is a 6. He takes 6 points of fire damage, and then he catches a light. The flames do not yet touch the black powder, but all it will take is a spare ember to do it.
Alright, for my can I change my, second attack to, a shove?
Yes you can. You can try to shove him. You may make an athletics check.
That is a 14 plus, what's my athletics? I believe it's 7?
7?
Yes,
Yep.
14
so that's
plus
21. 7. So now we're going to contend your arm and you shove him. And where do you shove him to?
Into the other Duergar.
Into the other one. You shove him into the other one, knocking them both prone, and then the flames...
Into the black powder.
Yes. The burning flames set the black powder alight, and it explodes. Make a dex save, please, Nathal.
Now that's some Rage Against the Machines.
That's a 15 plus one dex save, 2, which is a 17.
17. You jump out of the way as, boom! The black powder goes off, dealing, and I will allow you to roll this, 5d6 points of damage.
Sweet. Baby Jesus. Okay.
Please roll high. I can't keep doing this to people.
I have exactly 5d6 dice in front of me. Oh, 3 of those were 6s.
6, 12,
Okay,
18.
6 plus 6 plus
So that's
6
18 so far.
plus 3 plus 4. 25.
25. Okay, Duergar Mech 1 explodes into cinders immediately, and Duergar Mech 2 flails prone as several of its cogs and springs are blown off into the kitchen behind it, but it still appears to be alive.
Alright, high five, Bobbit. Good work.
Yeah. I was still just sitting there going, we're gonna get in so much trouble.
It is now Bobbit's turn again.
So the mech's still alive, is
The
he?
other one's still alive, but he's prone from Nathal shoving the other one into him.
I tried so hard. The whole point was trying to be stealthy and not raise alarm, but clearly we're past that point, unfortunately, with this mess. Well, Bobbit might as well take a shot at the mech while it's down.
Yep. So you step into position and roll with advantage to hit it while it's prone.
Well, that's nice. Alright, so 15 plus 8 is 23.
23, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Ooh, damn, that's a 10 plus 5, so that's gonna be 15 points of damage.
You raise your gun, targeting the magical power source on the back of the mech, and fire. The power source explodes and the mech goes inert. It is the enemy's turn.
Oh yeah, that would probably brought people into...
Out of the room to the left, a guild mage emerges. She runs to the edge of the hallway, and then she... Do I have mage up? Yes, I do. Let me just check. There we go. The mage casts magic missile at 2nd level, creating 4 magic missiles, sending 2 to Bobbit and 2 to Nathal.
Well, that stinks. We can't even dodge those.
And so, Nathal, you take... you take 11 points of force damage, and Bobbit, you take 8 points of force damage.
Okay, that's fair.
A Kenku claw bursts out of the room, rushes up to Nathal, and makes 3 unarmed strikes, all of which are deflected by his armor.
The audacity!
I really did try to be quiet, I swear.
Another Kenku claw bursts out of the room, running through the midst of the goblins. He doesn't have enough movement. And on his dart, he rolls a 17. So, Bobbit, you raise your shield and deflect the dart. And he can only make one
Bobbit
dart.
Is sorry. Bobbit is sorry.
Finally, out from behind him comes a bandit captain. The bandit captain raises his hand crossbow and fires it at Bobbit, and he nat 1s.
Oh.
It is
Does
now...
this crossbow just stop working altogether?
Nope, it's not.
The goddamn crossbows.
Xanathar does not buy crossbows that were made in the Far East, unlike Angus did. Sir Lucian, it is your turn.
All right.
This just went.
Let's get on to the show. Well, are they aware of our presence?
Yes,
They're most definitely aware at this point.
Yeah, this went sideways in the most awful manner. I'm sorry.
By the way, you have 4 more rounds to complete the combat before the sounds of battle are heard elsewhere.
Shit.
We'll do this, guys. Okay, is it possible for me to engage the mage?
It is. You have enough movement to get to her.
But
Yeah, can I go up and just swing a mighty charge blade at her?
Yeah, go ahead.
From the Kenku.
Yes, the Kenku does.
Beautiful.
The Kenku does lash out with his fist as you run past, and he hits, dealing 21 not nat. And you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
As his
my tickles.
fist slams into your chest. Go ahead and roll to hit the mage.
Let's do this. 17. Okay, let's continue on with the show. That's a hit.
17. Yeah, that is.
have to be a mage.
Yep, that is definitely a hit. Roll your damage. Are you spending
shit,
a
also
charge on
D8.
your? You spending a charge, or are you just hitting normally? Or,
Yes, I am spending a charge.
All right, so
2d8.
that's 2d8. Go ahead.
That is a 9.
That is a 9 altogether. Your blade flashes blue as you slash at the mage, giving her a nasty flesh wound. It is now... let me see. It is now Bulb's turn.
Okay. First off, I'm going to cast Healing Spirit.
Yep.
Here, as a bonus action.
Yay.
Suddenly, Sned appears in the middle of the crew kitchen.
So, I believe on the first turn... until this spell, your creature is anywhere. Okay, so everyone gets 1d6 hit points straight away.
Yep.
So I cast that first one.
Yep, and you roll the 1d6 to see how much everyone gets.
Everyone gets 6 health.
Lovely.
Oh, stellar.
Thank you.
I am then going, because this is fighting, I'm going to assume that people are going to get
Hurt.
alerted.
Or maybe.
Yeah.
I'm going to wild shape into a spider and go up the stairs.
Very well. Wild shape into a spider, and you run up the stairs, popping out in this room on the above level.
So now as a spider, I have 20 feet of movement.
Yep.
I would like to... that would have taken up my full 20 feet that
Yes,
turn.
it would have. But you could move next round. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I can't hide because I've used up mine.
Well, you're only a spider, so it's unlikely anyone's going to find this suspicious.
Yep. I'm going to go searching.
Yep. Alright, it is now Ava's turn.
Okay. I will start by using my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark.
Yep. And who do you declare as your mark?
Kenku Claw 2.
Very well.
I will zoom in and hit them.
Yep. Go ahead. Kenku Claw 2 is now flanked.
So it's with advantage.
Yep.
Which is a 13 plus 8.
13 plus 8. That is a hit. Roll your damage.
That is 3 plus 5. 8.
3 plus 5. 8. Not bad at all. Plus your Hunter's Mark damage and your Psychic damage.
Yeah, so I'll do my 1d4 Psychic.
Yep.
Which is 1. And what's the Hunter's Mark? Is it
it's a D6?
It's a D6. Yeah. And that was a 6.
That's a good bit of damage. Half his HP down in one hit. Good.
And now I'll do my second attack.
Yep. Go ahead. Roll to hit.
With advantage. Not that I need it, because I just rolled a 19. So 19 plus 8.
That's a hit.
That's definitely.
Roll your damage.
That was a 6 plus 5.
6
so 11.
plus 5, 11. Another good hit. The Kenku.
And another d6.
Yep,
Every
go
time
ahead.
I hit.
Yep. The Kenku opens his mouth and he just makes a mechanical grinding noise.
Yeah. And that was a 1.
That was a 1. Still he's looking pretty beaten up. Nathal, it is your turn, and you may start by getting your 6 health from Bulb. Roll your 1d6.
I'm just going to keep saying I'm really sorry about this. This was definitely the absolute worst way this plan could have gone right now.
Well, on the plus side, at least we dealt with the Duragard very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah,
and they were the toughest.
We still have...
They were probably the toughest enemies in this area. So.
I know, but the whole point was trying to get through this without studying any combat, because, yeah.
Kenku Claw, prepared to meet eternity.
Alright, go ahead.
Also, remember to roll your hit
die.
Yep.
I already did.
Yep, lovely. And remember, he's flanked, so you attack with advantage here.
I think he got him, close to death, but not quite.
So he's nearly dead.
He's nearly dead.
He's just wishing he was dead right now.
That's a 13 plus 9.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Yeah. I don't know. That Kenku might be pretty hardy.
12 plus 15, 12 plus 5, 17.
You neatly bisect him in two with your axe.
Just neatly.
Just quick, go punch the other people.
I'd like to spend my movement, actually combine it with a attack, run past the use solution as a jumping board and drop kick the mage.
Alright. The mage will get an attack of the mage will get an attack of opportunity, so I'm gonna roll that first.
Wait. Even if I use solution as a springboard to
well, you're still in range. You're still passing a square that the mage threatens, so you'll get an attack of opportunity. But it's a mage. She is unlikely to hit you.
I kind of felt like the bandit would have been a better option for the big tanky guy, but it doesn't really matter. The mage is
so the mage
anyway,
swings at you with her dagger and rolls a 12. So you're fine. She's unable to hit you. Go ahead and roll to hit the mage, please.
This is the mage just with this little knife just going. Oh! Well, that just bent the dagger. Wow, this stinks.
Oh, fuck you! That was a 20. Nat.
Ooh, nat. Okay, roll and double.
Taste, of course. I feel like the double against a mage is just not necessary. This just seems like overkill.
5 plus 5. So that first one is a 10, and because that was a nat.
It's 20.
Oh yeah, 20, and
Yep.
yes, I get to do it again because.
Yep,
Please.
because yes. So all up, she's taken 29 damage from Sir Lucian and you. So go ahead.
23.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
11.
11.
So over 30 damage.
That mage is with 40 HP. That mage is on 1 HP right now.
Holy shit.
She's looking like she regrets some decisions she made in life. It is Bobbitt's turn.
Hopefully she trips her.
Alrighty then. So you guys are clearly tackling the mage, so that's fine. I don't really want to use burning hands in that room because that's obviously the kitchen where everyone else is working, and don't really want to murder
don't want to
everyone.
actually kill the kobolds that are cooking the meal.
So Bobbitt's going to look at her gun and go, nah. And instead's going to pull at her. What was that?
Oh, I was just saying, don't kill the mage. I have plans.
All right.
Okay. Cool. Well, in that case, Bobbitt's going to pull out her wand of magic missiles that she picked up last time. Because I figure we need something a little more direct, and I don't really want to. So I'm going to fire it at I believe it's 6th level, so I still keep 1 charge on it.
Yep.
So
one
how
charge.
many blasts do I get for 6th level magic
So
missile?
it's an additional 2 blasts for each level above its base level. So 5, 7, 9. That's going to be 11 blasts altogether.
Holy shit.
11 missiles.
Okay, so I will send
11
4 of those
D4 plus 11.
Okay, well, I'm going to... Oh,
That seems excessive.
Well, it's probably going to kill whatever it hits.
I was going to say I was going to split it in half and send 6 against the captain and 5 against the Kenku Claw.
In which case it would be 5d4 plus 5 and 6d4 plus 6.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to do this on the actual thing because I don't have that many
dice. Go ahead.
6d4.
So 6d4 plus 6 and 5d4 plus 5.
So it's 20 for Mr. Bandit Captain. That's a lot of guns.
That's a lot of damage.
And 5... roll... 5d4 plus 5.
Yep.
And it's 19 for the Kenku Claw.
They both fall to the ground, severely beaten from the magic missiles, but they climb to their feet and are still alive. It is the enemy's turn. The mage's eyes glimmer, and she says, "If I die, I'll take you down with me." I would like Nathal, Sir Lucian, Ava, and Bobbit to please make dex saves as she casts Fireball.
Oh, god damn it, she's nuking herself. That's great.
Let's see.
I'm so glad we had plans for that of not killing
23.
the mage.
23. Okay, so you all passed. We'll see it. Sir Lucian, you got to make a dex save though.
Got 15.
15. Oh well, that's actually a pass. This mage's DC is 14. So, you are all taking 18 points of face of the earth. Kenku Claw.
I've had my D6 for.
Kenku Claw 1 runs in, makes 3 unarmed attacks against Ava. 2 of them unfortunately hit. So Ava, you are taking...
I didn't take my d6 at the start of my turn.
You didn't. So you can take that now, yes.
Yeah. Now that I think about it.
So you...
Should have killed the mage.
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and the Kenku Claw is going to attempt his stunning strike on you. Please make a con save.
Just a sec. How much was it?
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
And con save?
Yep.
That is 18.
18. Yeah, you're fine. You are not stunned. The stunning strike does not work. Then the bandit captain rushes in, moving past Kenku Claw 1, and standing between Ava and Bobbit. He makes one shot.
Wouldn't that be an attack of opportunity?
That is an attack of
from Ava
opportunity from. That is an attack of opportunity from Ava. Go ahead and roll to hit Ava.
Yeah.
Alright, 19 plus 8.
That's definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That is 11.
11. And you hit him as he sneaks past you, but he is still on his feet. He makes his first scimitar multi-attack against Bobbit, and that is a nat 20. And he makes his second scimitar attack on Sir Lucian. He rolls a 13, and Sir Lucian deflects it. He rolls his third attack, which is sadly only his dagger, against Sir Lucian. And that is a 24 non-Bulb's turn.
Bulb?
Who is upstairs.
Yeah. 10. I'm going to move to here and see what I can see out the hallway.
Alright, I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
Yep. And
Yep. You use your mental.
Yeah, I use my mental capabilities, but I use the
physical
physical
of the spider.
So that is a 23.
Oof. Okay. You see a drow mage slowly making his way along the promenade, humming. As he walks past you, he mutters, "Only a matter of time. I can't wait to see the look on all of his bloody eyes when I blow this place."
We can't be downstairs when he shows up.
I have the sending stone still. Will you allow me to use it in my spider form to contact someone?
Well, you can't talk as a spider. You'd have to roll
That is
shape
true.
back out. You see him enter. You do, however, see him enter the audience chamber. So he doesn't appear to be heading back to his office yet.
Oh, thank God.
It is Sir Lucian's turn.
Oh no.
Stab the things.
Okay, let's. Captain or Kenku? Oh no, I can't go for the Kenku, can I?
Not unless
No,
you
that
move,
being
then you'll
stabbed
get
from the
yeah.
bandit.
So you may as well go for the bandit.
Take the captain.
Yeah. Oh, just swing at the bandit, just normally.
Yep. Would you like to use a maneuver or anything to go with it?
Would the goading attack be useful right now, or
Well,
we
it
can close
would-
in?
It would make it so he has to attack only you, which is useful. Because you've got the highest AC, and you'll get extra damage from it from your superiority dice. Hit.
Okay. Where the hell is my D20? Oh, I lost it twice. That is an 18.
That is a hit. Superiority dice to the damage.
Oh wait, no, D8. Sorry. Oh. Found it. That is a 5 plus my superiority dice is what?
Yep.
4d8. Really?
One D. Well, you're only spending one, so you 1d8 here.
That's exactly right. I'm like, holy shit.
I mean, you could spend all 4 if you want, but betting the blade into the banter captain's neck, he gurgles blood as he goes down. It is Ava's turn.
Okie dokie. First, I'm going to use an action to cast Cure Wounds.
Well, don't forget to get your 1d6
Oh, yeah,
from
my 1d6.
Bulb spell.
Okay, so wait, I'll do that first. That was a 1. That was terrible.
Alright, well, you can cast Cure Wounds then.
Yeah. What do I get with Cure Wounds again?
1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Which is 4.
Which is Wisdom for a ranger, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, my brain. It's just going. So that's 9 points.
9 points, very well.
Just so I don't have to math. So back up to 34.
And
All
now,
right.
what would you like to do?
I'll use my bonus action
Yep, to
move my target to be that
Kenku Claw. Yep,
Kenku Claw 1.
and then you strike him.
Yep, and now I'll smack him.
Alright, go ahead, roll to hit.
That was a nat 20.
Ooh, okay, roll, double your damage, then add your hunter's mark. And your psychic.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Alright, that was a 5, so 10. So 10 times 2, 20. Then a D4.
Yep.
Which was 2.
Yep, and your D6.
Then my D6, which was 3.
When you are done with this Kenku Claw, he is nothing but a pile of feathers and bloodied clothing on the ground. Combat is over, and with 1 round to spare, you did not actually end up alerting any of the enemies.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Is that healing spirit still up?
It's up for 1 full minute. So...
Alright, so you may all add another 2d6 of health before it fades away.
Oh, thank God, because I'm down to like half after that fight.
I'm still up in this corridor.
Yeah,
I haven't come back.
Yeah, but you just say when you want to come back.
Yeah.
I'm still exploring.
Yep.
Great, so we've effectively split the party then.
Right.
So I'm guessing no one saw.
No one has contacted me.
Yeah.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I thought you've got him.
No, last I checked, David.
Wait, Ava's got it. Ava's got
No,
it.
I only delivered.
Oh, well then you've got the other one then, Bobbit. So you can tell Bulb that the coast is clear now.
People are dead.
You wait a few minutes.
Everyone's dead.
Bobbit,
you hear some clicking.
you wait a few minutes, catching your breath, and you see a tiny spider scurry into the kitchen.
How are the other kobolds that whole cook in the kitchen? Are they...
You take a look in the northern kitchen, and the kobolds, they take a moment to stare at you. And then one of them shouts something in kobold, and the rest of them quickly get back to work, doing their best to ignore you.
Yeah, technically Bobbit never dropped her the disguise self, so she's still in her outfit.
And you also do realise that fight or no fight, their job is to cook Xanathari's meal, and they're going to make sure they do that.
Is that basically what they said in Draconic?
Yeah.
Because that's what.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you can understand,
Bob would have understood it.
Yeah, if you can understand Draconic, you hear the head kobold say, "Look, the master pays us with our lives to cook, not to fight intruders. So cook as if your life depends on it, because they do."
I was going to say, Bobbit just breathed a sigh of relief as you dropped the disguise self, going, Bobbit wasn't planning on killing anyone today, but this is what's happening now.
Now that you are able
also
to
staying as
room beyond the kitchen.
Before we do that, I'm using 11 points of lay on hands.
Lovely. Good idea. There is also, next to the pantry, a staircase leading down to the south, and at the bottom of it, a small wooden trap door with a ladder leading to the level above.
You can send me up as a spider.
That's probably a good idea, because at the moment we have no idea what's up that.
I'm staying a spider for the full.
Yep, for the full
2.5 hours if I can.
Would there have been?
Because I can be stealthy and.
Yeah, I was going to say, would there have been anything else in that other room? Because I'm guessing that's where the other.
That's where the other enemies came from. According to your crude map, this room is just marked as up. So. It's probably a stairwell or staircase. You have no idea otherwise to know what's in it.
I can crawl under the door.
You can. Would you like to do that, Bulb?
Bulb, the super stealthy spider, yay.
At least you're so light you won't set off any pressure traps.
That is
doing better at that.
You crawl onto the door and you find... deafeningly loud music fills this magically lit room, which is decorated like a tavern.
Ooh.
There's several tables covered in half-drunken flagons of ale. Dice and cards lie scattered about, and a magical jukebox sits against the southernmost wall, which is the source of the deafening rock music.
Okay.
There is also a staircase to the west that heads upstairs.
Okay, well... find the staff room.
Yeah, it seems to be the staff
party room.
Nice.
They were all just chilling in there.
Clicky clacky number rocks.
They were just chilling there on their break, and we just killed them all.
I crawl back out, crawl up the wall, make an X with my spider silk, and then go up and check the other staircase going up.
To the trap door. You scurry through a small crack in the trap into... You won't like this. The audience chamber!
No,
right in front of...
Well, we're dead. That's it.
Bulbies, at least. You guys don't...
No!
As I am transformed back, I pull... Oh, the Sending Stone's magic.
Yep.
You emerge in the large, round audience chamber, which is decorated much like a big auditorium. There is a stone podium at the front. Xanathar is giving some sort of angry speech to an enthralled crowd of Kenkus and Duergar, while a bored-looking drow mage rests against the eastern doorway with his pet Grell. Suddenly, Bulb, you pop back into your normal form. What would you like to do?
I yell down the staircase, get the fuck out of here. No arguing.
We're dead.
Very well. I suppose I have to switch the music. I wasn't expecting to do this early, but it looks like the alarm
Don't you guys
set off.
dare come try to save me. Get the thing and get the fuck out.
We don't know where the thing is. We haven't even found the thing.
Keep fucking looking then. But don't come to me.
No.
Okay, so... What would you like to do, everyone else?
I go to Bulb.
What?
You're gonna go to Bulb, alright? You're gonna climb up the staircase?
Yeah,
Alright, so
fuck. Yeah, we're all dead.
Alright, so Nathal's gonna head up to Bulb. What are Sir Lucian, Ava, and Bobbit gonna do?
Do fucking insight checks to maybe realise that I'm talking that Xanathar's up here and that you can go look elsewhere.
Well, the fact that you've changed back is probably a good one.
Yeah.
Robert rolled a 15 on
we should
insight.
be able to just figure that one out.
Alright, I would like everyone at this point to please roll for initiative. We're going to do this based on rounds. We're going to do this based on rounds.
Bulb got a 16.
16.
Just nothing we get this. I rolled a nat 1, so that's a 4 for me. Well, we're all... Fuck, this is...
22.
This is absolute worst case scenario. This is...
Okay.
Yeah.
1-4. So what did you get, Bulb?
16.
16. What did you get, Ava and Sir Lucian?
I got a 6.
Total 8.
I do love that you got a little exclamation mark next to Xanathar, just to prove how fucked this is.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Xanathar gets a surprise round.
Yeah, bye, Bulb.
We'll see. He could survive. He could miraculously survive. He does have to move his
I know. I like Bulb too.
He does have to move his anti-magic cone in this direction to be able to fire his eye rays at you. So he's going to relocate his anti-magic cone momentarily to fire his eye rays. The first one is a charm ray. Make a wisdom save, Bulb.
You watch. That's something I can actually do, but you watch me roll a fucking...
This is fucked.
That's a 10.
That's a 10?
Oh,
you are charmed by Xanathar. You have...
No!
You cannot attack him with harmful abilities or magical effects. His second ray...
Fuck this dice.
This is so fucked. My heart is in my chest. We're fucked.
That, you guys would be so happy to hear, this is a 6.
That is a 6. You are paralyzed for 1 minute and cannot move.
And he's the one with the freaking revivify.
The third ray is a disintegration ray.
There it is.
Please make a dex save with disadvantage because you're paralyzed.
He's paralyzed. He can't. This is set up perfectly. You can't attack him. You're paralyzed, and now he's just going to wipe you off the face of the earth.
That's a 4.
That's a 4.
He's dead.
Oh,
Xanathar smiles coldly as he shoots a disintegration ray at you. It hits you, you take 44 points of damage. Bulb, are you still intact, or are you a pile of fine grey dust?
That's my first player death.
Yeah.
Like, that's my first...
He's gone.
There's no coming back death.
Well, there is. You could get resurrections at the temple.
Yeah, but not if we're all dead.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
The disintegration ray hits you, Bulb. You have just enough time for one thought. What do you think before the beam hits you?
Last thoughts, Bulb?
My shrubs are okay.
You just imagine your shrubs, and in your mind's eye you see Scooby just saying, "What a bummer, dude." And then, whoosh! Your body is turned into fine grey dust.
Oh shit, what I miss?
Bulb just died.
Bulb's dead. And you've already said you're going up after him, so guess who's going to be next?
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Xanathar magically projects his voice. It echoes through the trapdoor to those below. Surrender, and you'll be unharmed. I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
Is he Italian?
Is he Italian?
He's
Don't do an Italian!
Can Bullet roll insight to see if he's telling the truth?
Go ahead, roll insight.
Holy shit, that's a 19. It's a flat 19, but it's a 19 nonetheless.
You know that Xanathar has a reputation for getting use out of people.
Bobbit is going to turn to Blinky and tell Blinky, just like looks and goes, "No matter what happens, you need to leave this place right now. But he can't find you. He'll do worse to you than what he did. Well, actually, we don't even know what he's done to Bulb yet. So, Bobbit's just telling Blinky just to leave."
Would Sandstone just stop glowing now that its partner is dead?
Yep.
Yeah.
The sending stone.
It's gone.
It's gone. The
Bobbit,
pair is gone. It's broken. Sending stone's
Well,
useless now. So yeah.
Leave and then head up through the trapdoor to surrender because this ain't happening.
Yeah. So next up on the initiative order is Nathal. Nathal, when you head up the trapdoor, are you going to surrender or are you going to be swinging?
Oh, fuck.
Well, my original plan was that plan's mute now.
Black powder it.
No, I
Use
think
it
we're
as a flash
past the
cloud.
point.
Get out.
I believe we're past the point of distracting and escaping. I don't think we have any other options here. Because
How
Actually,
would you like to do this?
can we bluff our way out?
You could try.
he's already killed. I mean, what's the worst he could do? Kill the rest of us?
Oh, I've already got like fuck all HP right now. Like I only got 14 left before I'm dead.
I'm gonna go up and talk.
Alright. Nathal, you take the lead. And you climb up the trapdoor, finding yourself face to face with Xanathar, the Beholder. Do the rest of you follow Nathal up the trapdoor?
As long as Blinky's leaving, then yeah.
Nope.
Ava's staying down there.
I'm gonna
Alright.
stay.
Yeah, I'm following.
You're following Sir
I
Lucian's
think,
going up.
I really think we're past the point of trying to hide in this shit. I think the jig is up. He knows we're here. He's killed one of us. He'll probably kill the rest of us if we don't do it.
Does he know
Who's
how
got
many of us
persuasion?
there are?
He doesn't. As far as he knows, he doesn't know how many of you there are. That's the only thing he doesn't know at this stage. But Nathal and Sir
kinda like
Lucian...
the way Bobbit's gonna go up there.
Alright, Bobbit's heading up. And Bobbit, as you place your hand on the rung of the ladder, Blinky, who hovers at the door leading out of the squint in determination, and he zooms towards you.
No. Okay, I guess he's doing this now. Cool.
Okay, Bobbit's climbing up. Ava,
Sounds
what are
like
you...
Bobbitt's given up.
Ava.
Bulb is dead. plane of existence currently is dead.
Same.
We have no chance of fighting this guy, and he will probably spend a good portion of time tearing this place apart to kill the rest of us if we don't comply.
He doesn't know how many of us are here.
Not for point. He'll have ways of finding out, but
How?
It's okay, Ava. You don't have to come up. You can stay down there.
Dear.
I will stay down here.
All right. So Ava, while you're staying down there, what would you like to do? Is there anywhere in particular you would like to go?
I want to stealth and I want to keep looking for the thing.
All right. I would ask you to please make a stealth check.
That was a 17 plus, what's my stealth? Plus 4.
And then I suppose you would like to make your way down this staircase here to the west?
Yep.
Make your way up to the next level? Okay. You're currently stealthed. And you appear in the westernmost hallway adjoining the audience chamber. I will allow you to do something else in a moment. But as Nathal, Sir Lucian, and Bobbit climb up into the
I'm
audience...
guessing Liam's on his fucking phone and hasn't muted.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, he...
Can I talk?
Yes,
Do
as
nothing?
you climb up into the audience chamber, you find Xanathar and his servants just watching you. Xanathar smiles. He says, "Now, don't you go lying to me, 'cause I've got my ways of telling if you's telling fibs. So go ahead,
Thank you.
I count 3 of yous right here. So tell me right now, is that all of yous? And keep in mind, if I finds out that there's more than 3, well, let's just say that ain't gonna sit right with my gabagoo."
I was gonna say, so who has the best deception here to try and bluff the fucking beholder that this is all there is, so we don't all immediately die?
Well,
I don't want to use deception just yet. It's a fallback.
Yeah.
I was gonna. Bluff
Your
on
lives
the,
depend on how you handle this.
Yeah, so we fuck this up, we're all dead.
Can I introduce myself as Sir Lucian, a noble?
Alright? I'd like you to make a charisma check, please, Sir Lucian.
Oh, my charisma's gonna be a shithouse.
Oh.
What's my charisma? My charisma is that of a dry carrot. Let's see how we go here.
No.
Nat fucking 20.
You're
You
kidding
step
me.
forward and you take a bow and you say, "Apologies, Sir Beholder. I am Sir Lucian." Unison, they burst out laughing. Xanathar says, "Ooh, looky here. We got ourselves a noble, boys. Sir Lucian Scuttlebutt in the flesh." He narrows his eyes and he says, "So, Sir Lucian, let me ask you, what would make one of such a brave and noble disposition risk his life by making his way into my humble abode?"
Well, after I introduce myself, I say business dealings.
He smiles, he says, "Business dealings, huh? And what business would Sir Scuttlebutt have with the Xanathar Guild?"
And before he says Scuttlebutt, I cut him off.
No.
And I introduce myself as not Scuttlebutt, just as Sir Lucian. That is a very embarrassing name.
Like
Try
you
and
to
have some sort of
make-
esteem status.
I would
Not
like you to
assaulting
make
him.
a charisma check with disadvantage, please.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, and that one. It's just a laugh.
And you did.
As
Bye.
you cut Xanathar off, he smiles. He projects his anti-magic field to the right, and then fires a disintegration ray at you.
Yeah. So glad we decided to talk bullshit with this.
So Lucian is reduced to a pile of fine grey dust.
The most high society fine grained stuff.
There anyone else who wants to speak outside of time?
I am Prince
Yes.
Nathal.
Oh my god, is everyone just getting themselves killed?
Yes! Everyone is getting themselves killed because everyone keeps thinking, I can bluff a beholder, this should be fun!
Nathal, go ahead and make a charisma check, please.
That is a 19.
He smiles. He says, "A prince, of the Storm Court, unless I'm much mistaken. Well, this could be interesting." He says, "Now, you, who might you be?" He looks at Bobbert.
Bobbert, Sir Xanathar. No last name, just Bobbert.
He says, "And why, oh why, did you follow these unfortunate saps into my lair?"
I'm guessing honesty is going to be our best bet at this point, because anything else is going to get us
Going in
killed.
there in the first place. But yes.
We didn't really get much of a choice in the
You
matter,
did.
but sure.
Like, you didn't know how many people were there.
Bolt will just be like staring at two piles of dust that was definitely a friend, the other was okay, she guesses. And just sort of takes a breath and goes, "We were sent by the Lord's Alliance to procure the Stone of Galore, sir."
Xanathar smiles widely. He says, of course. And might I say thank you for being honest, young girl." He then says, as his eye stalks writhe like tentacles around him, he says, "Now, I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. And if you do refuse, just see how I charisma check for Blinky."
Holy shit, that's in that 20.
He somehow, miraculously, does not detect that Blinky is present, perhaps overexcited by the opportunity that has just fallen into his lap.
Thank God, because that would probably have me killed.
Meanwhile, Ava, you are creeping along the shadow-filled hall. Your passive perception is 14, I believe?
Yeah.
You detect.
Yes.
Would you like to make a strength check to try and open it?
Yes.
Go ahead and make me a strength check, please.
Okay, 14 plus 4, so 18.
18. You wrench, and knowing that your life depends on this, you slide the stone door away, all of the stone eyes simply watching you as you do. And you find on the other side of the secret door a magically lit hallway. It circles around to the southeast, following the circumference and curvature of the audience hall, and according to your crude map, appears to lead directly into Xanathar's personal chamber.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna go that way.
Alright.
Knowing that he's adequately distracted.
Make an investigation check, please.
That's a 19 plus, where's my investigation? Plus 3.
Plus 3. You look around and you notice in the very center, about halfway down the corridor, one of the stone eyes stands out. It appears to be a trap of some kind, but knowing that it's there, you simply spread your wings and fly around it, not triggering it. And at the end of the hallway, you find yourself face to face with another stone slab. Make an athletics check to wrench it open, please.
Okie dokie. Where's my athletics? Okay, that's 12.
That's a 12. It's just enough to open it up. It slides noisily open, and you step through into Xanathar's sanctum. Meanwhile, Xanathar continues talking. So, here's the skinny. You pretend to be working for the Lord's Alliance, and I'll give you the Stone of Galore
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
What do I ask in return? That's simple. See, as much as everyone knows my name, I can't exactly make myself known in the streets of Waterdeep. So, I's gonna give you the Stone of Galore. You're gonna use it to get into the Vault of Dragons. And then, you're gonna make sure the coast is clear. So that Nal Zabrindis here, he gestures towards the bored-looking drow mage with one of his eye stalks, can come in and secure the sweet, sweet loot for Xanathar. 1,000,000 gold pieces. All of it you're not gonna double-cross him here? Then maybe, he'll put in a good word and old Xanathar will let you escape with your lives. How does it sound?
Like the best deal we're gonna get.
Bobbit and Narthal, I'd like you both to make insight checks, please.
I'm kind of glad that I died, so that I don't have to
deal with this bullshit.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
It's a 14. What Bulb told you, his muttering, swearing about blowing this place sky high, his barrels of black powder. It's hidden away there in his office, and you realise that he may not be loyal to Xanathar at all, and yet Xanathar's under this drow's command.
That's why I said the best deal we're gonna get in this decision.
Narthal, what do you say? What do you wish to say to Xanathar? Do you accept his offer, or
I don't think he's there.
There we go.
Oh,
there we go.
okay.
there we go.
Do
we-
microphone go
Yes, mine
So,
started.
I've been talking this entire time. No
Yes,
one's heard me.
unfortunately.
Fantastic.
So just summarise what you've been saying.
All right. I'll before you got everyone.
Offer if you like.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
pretty much gonna dob the drow in for our lives while Ava does the sneak and steal the gem.
Ooh, and
Try.
that way you won't be beholden to Xanathar at all. I like it.
Yeah.
So you speak up, Narthal, and you say, I want to propose.
Oh no!
Yep,
No!
yeah, you talk.
This is not dumbed down. This is
Yes,
not
this
dumbed
is
down
your
novel.
full regal Prince of the Giants persona comes forward.
Of the Storm Giants, son of Nargol Hammerfall, Prince of the Storm Court, propose a counter-offer to Great Xanathar.
Xanathar just smiles, curious. Make a persuasion. Actually, just a normal charisma check, please. Not persuasion yet.
With normals, do I still add the?
You still add your modifier, but you can't be proficient in it. It's just natural.
20.
Of course.
Nat 20.
Xanathar smiles and he simply says, I'm listening.
Fine. You let us go with our lives, and I will, in return, go in this room and point to you.
Shouts. Make a persuasion check, please, Narthal.
13 plus persuade. 18.
18. Xanathar says, well, I'm always interested in hearing about a rat in my organization. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Well, how well do you know your drow friend?
He says, Nal raided the rest of his drow house. He says, you pointing the finger, you dropping a dime on old Nal here, are you?
Alright, so do we have one of the barrels with us, or would I have to show them to the secret room?
Black powder is mainly a drow invention. Like, you've only ever seen it in association with drow.
Alright, so we have the
Do you want Bobby to just, like, pull a handful out of their pockets?
It'd be circumstantial evidence, but you never know what Xanathar, it might be enough for him.
It would be circumstantial, yes.
Would we want to do that, or do you want to just show him to the room?
I mean, if you show him the gunpowder, then say you can show where he got that from.
Yeah.
It would also lead a lot of the people away from Abel.
That's what my original plan was.
Okay, well we'll go with that then.
Yeah.
So do you want Boba to do that now, or do you want to speak first?
Mighty Xanathar, what we're about to show you is in no disrespect. We are merely showing evidence and where we can show where it came from.
He gestures with his eyes stalks, prompting you to go on.
Miss Bobbit.
Bobbit reaches a hand into her pocket and pulls out a handful of black powder.
As soon as you pull it out, you notice the Drow Mage's eyes go wide and slowly begins backing towards the door. Xanathar catches this and says, "You got something to hide there, do you now?" Niall simply looks back. He stops in his tracks, looks at Xanathar and says, No, my lord, nothing at all. This black powder, it could have come from anywhere."
I immediately cut him off. Great Xanathar, I can show you the secret room to where this black powder is stored. If you and your
stored.
Yeah, was stored. Would follow me, and we can show you exactly where this is.
Xanathar smiles and he says, "Need to pass on directions, and I'll have one of my boys check it out."
Fair enough. Give him the directions.
Yeah.
God.
Show the directions of where his room is and the secret door.
So you simply describe that you were in his office, that you killed the flesh golem, and that you found a secret door, and the chamber beyond, which is still open, contains the barrels. Xanathar says, "Very well then, one of you Kenku check that out." One of the Kenku claws looks up and says, "Sir, yes sir," and charges out of the room. There is awkward, nervous silence for several minutes. Ava, you are in Xanathar's personal sanctum. This magical lit room has a flat 30-foot high ceiling and contains several features. Luminous violet particles drift through the...
Oh, that was an 18 anyway. 18 plus... Where's my nature? Plus 6.
You determine that these are Underdark spores. Not immediately dangerous, but to any creature not hailing... Yes. The other things of note in the room are a small fishbowl, about 3 feet in diameter, which rests on a pedestal next to a larger glass bowl that is empty. A trout-sized goldfish simply swims around this smaller bowl, circling. A 10-foot diameter silver mirror is embedded in the western wall, strange letters engraved into its flame. It's into its frame. And there is also a tunnel starting about 5 feet above the floor, gently sloping upwards. The entire southern portion of the room. This silver contraption is a 6-foot in diameter, large silver bowl made of crystal lattice. It is pulsating with multicolored light as it floats 10 feet off the floor. Which of these objects would you like to check? You have the fishbowl, the fishbowl with the larger, emptier bowl next to it, the strange mirror in the wall, the tunnel to the east, or the large, pulsating silver and crystal bowl to the south.
I'll secure my exit first. I'll go with the tunnel.
Alright. You head and check the tunnel, and you find that, as this seems to be Xanathar's personal exit route, it has no traps, and furthermore it continues sloping upwards, presumably up further past Xanathar's lair and onwards through the sewers, as the Underdark spores begin to sap your energy.
Shit.
You have the lesser... Oh, no, it's greater restoration. Fuck.
Exhaustion is greater restoration?
Yeah. I think.
It is greater restoration, unfortunately.
Alright. Okie dokie.
What would you like to do?
Well, Xanathar's got to everything. He's staring at a fishbowl.
Yeah, it's because it's got his goldfish.
Yep.
And there's like his goldfish, but
Large pulsating bowl. Please make an investigation check, and that'll be with disadvantage as you do have 1 level of exhaustion.
Alright, that was a 14 plus.
Carefully examining the large bowl. You even fly up and peer inside. You find the inside of it empty, save for a... Make an insight check, please. With disadvantage, as you have a level of exhaustion. Insight. As you watch the silver liquid bubbling inside this vast bowl, you realise that it looks similar in consistency and colour to a potion of Dispel Magic. However, there is so much of it that it could only have one purpose. You determine that this large bowl is Xanathar's Dream Nullifier. The Dispel Magic potion working to project an anti-magic field. You now have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Fuck.
Oh,
shit.
You may check the fish bowl or the mirror on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna check the mirror.
Very well. You walk past the fish bowl where the oblong carved into the frame. Go ahead and make an investigation.
Alright, so that's 11 plus. What's my investigation? Again? Where is that? 3. So 14?
14. What you thought was a mirror. However, there does not appear to be any mundane form of opening it, and it appears to be magically sealed.
Can I just take it and go?
Could throw a potion of Dispel Magic on it.
You could. Would you like to try that?
Sure.
You head into the next room with the Dream Nullifier and fill it up. And then you walk over to the mirror and splash the liquid over it. The mirror flickers, and then suddenly the reflective surface fades away, revealing in the box inside a glassy, greenish grey stone that is about the size of the palm. As you wrap your hands around the stone, you receive the 3rd level of exhaustion as the Underdark spores continue to sap your energy.
I'm gonna leave.
You're just gonna leave? Very well.
Yep.
Well, you know that Ava didn't come down with you, so you're hoping she managed to do this. You slowly make your way.
I could still fly, surely.
You can,
Very, very slowly.
yeah,
Well,
it's gonna
I'm
be
still-
weighting your
my-
body down.
Yeah, but my speed when flying is still double.
That is true. And so you begin to flap your wings slowly, tiredly, as you make your way up the sloping tunnel. You keep going, flapping, yawning tunnel. The light of a sewer grate leading to the streets above.
Cool.
Ava, you have managed to escape with the Stone of
Fuck me.
Galore. Meanwhile,
Yay.
Oh,
We are still fucked.
meanwhile,
you guys still need to get out.
back in
Yeah, well, hopefully
the
this
audience
negotiation plan
chamber,
works.
there are several minutes of nervous, awkward silence until the Kenkor Claw opens its mouth that says, "Target acquired, sir! Affirmative!" He looks over at the Drow Mage, who is letting his mouth slowly hang open. He looks over at Nathal and Bobbit, and he says, "You there! I work for the Lord's Alliance!"
Lines plus, you guys are kind of jerks.
Xanathar smiles. He says, "So, the Lord's Alliance had a spy in my midst this whole time! How very like them." He then smiles. He says, "Unfortunately, there was one thing you did not consider. He says, Xanathar reaches into a pocket attached to the side of his bulbous form with one of his eye stalks, and using telepathy, levitates something out from within. Something got. You recognize it immediately, Nathal, as you have one of your own. It is the insignia of the Lord's Alliance.
Nani?
Xanathar smiles and says, many of the Lords of Waterdeep like to remain hidden, and so I reveal myself to you this one time at the end of your life. The Drow Mage stammers, about to say something. Then, the door that he floats in, the one you saw back in that Xanathar hideout almost a year ago, interrogating Floon Bagmar. It looks towards Xanathar. Xanathar smiles and nods, accepting his fate. The Mind Flayer drags him away, simply letting some ominous words linger on the air. I shall have fun preparing your brain for consumption.
Delicious. Sorry.
Delicious crab meat.
Xanathar smiles. He says, and so the rat will reap what he has sowed. Now, Mr. Nathal, Prince Nathal, I must congratulate you. Well played. I respect those who tell the truth and give me something I can use. And so, he beckons towards the leftmost door. He beckons towards the door that the Mind Flayer and the Drow Mage just passed through with one of his eye stalks. And he says, get yourselves out of my home before I reconsider. He says, and I will even be so kind as to give you a part forwards with a small broom and a pan. Xanathar
you dirty fuck.
And Sir Lucian into two very neat piles as his Duergar attendant uses the broom to slowly brush the dust into the pan. He then reaches into his cloak, pulls out a very dirty jar, which he tips the dust into, and then affixes a stopper to the lid of. Xanathar uses his telekinesis to wrench the jar out of the Duergar's hand. He floats it across the room to Bobbit, and he says, your friends can go with you. I, don't like dirt all over my floor.
Thank you, Lord Xanathar. You're very generous, sir.
May the All-Father look fondly upon thee.
And with that, you bow to Xanathar, slowly make your way out of the room. And as you begin to walk towards the staircase that leads to the old Zoblob check, you hear Xanathar's voice echoing out behind you, speaking to one of the Duergar, saying, now, retrieve the Stone of Galore. We've got things to discuss.
Run. Bobbit's just like clinging to the jar with dear life and is just making it away as quickly to the door as humanly possible. I don't even care about that at this point, just fucking leave.
Bobbit and Nathal, if you'd like to hurry things up, please make dex checks.
Holy shit, nat 20. Bobbit is absolutely and utterly just fucking running.
And that's a 15 for me.
Robert puts her jetpack on and goes, ooh.
You run towards the door to the stairwell. Nathal nearly bursts through it using his whole body as a battering ram. And just as you begin to run up the stairs, you hear Xanathar's voice shouting, what? After them immediately!
Nope.
Before long, find yourself emerging in the shop floor of the old Zoblob shop. The red sun gleaming in the sunset sky above, and you know that you are safe for now in the streets of Waterdeep. Alright, I have to find...
Bobbitt's just looking sadly at the jar that contained two of her friends and doesn't
Ava's
feel
gonna
very
have a
safe.
big sad.
You eventually meet up with Ava on the outskirts of the docks ward. You're surprised to see she got out and relieved. And then you find yourselves smiling in spite of yourselves as she unfurls her right hand, revealing the stone of Galore. It glistens in the fading sunlight before Ava yawns loudly and collapses to the floor, suddenly snoring in the middle of the cobblestone street.
Oh.
You have acquired the Stone of Galore and seem to have gotten out of Xanathar's lair safely, at least
Safely
for now.
Safely is such a loose term, considering I'm holding a jar with...
Later that night...
Well, actually, yes, it was his own fault.
He accomplished exactly fucking nothing. He got self-killed there.
Later that night, after
Bob had a noble death.
Bob's death was exceedingly noble and beautiful, and we miss him.
Later that evening, after you've carried Ava's dead weight back to Grelhund Manor, and she manages to get a few hours of much-deserved rest, you leave Narthal to attune to the Stone of Galore, while Bobbit and Ava decide to head to Falconmere Estates to inform Malinor of Bulb's sad passing. I would like both Ava and Bobbit to please make charisma checks.
I was gonna say, there's no way in hell Bobbitt's sleeping tonight after all this shit, and that is a not nat 20.
I think Ava will spend a sad evening tending to the plants.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you'd be passing out after
Yeah.
dealing with
So
everything
Bobbit
else.
got 15.
Three levels
the
of
plants. But,
Yep.
I
how
only got a
did
5.
this work? As the sun sets, as darkness takes over, and their leaves lost to autumn, begin to throw contorted, twisted shadows across the courtyard. He hangs his head, and he says, "Always the good die young." He says, "But he did so much for the guild, and that money that rests in the Vault of Dragons. If the guild had some of that, we could make much of an impact on the surrounding farms."
But Bulb died for that. That's all you care about is the stupid money?
He says, No, you misunderstand me, young Bobbit. We're all grieving here. And such... If I petition to the Elder Druids of the Circle, those who administer the Emerald Enclave outside of Waterdeep, we could bring Bulb and Sir Lucian back to life. He says, however, I would ask that when you acquire this gold, you reserve a portion of it for the Emerald Enclave, so that money may go to the outlying farms, to help the people who live on the edge of the wilderness, to ensure that their Waterdeep receives its due.
Some Robin Hooding.
So that seems... I was going to say that if that's what we have to do to get Bulb back, then Bobbit will do it.
Yeah.
He nods, and he says...
I suppose Scuttlebutt as well.
Yes.
He nods, and he says, very well. We shall petition the Elder Druids immediately, and I can think of only one who is suited to get the message to them and back quickly enough, and who may brave the wilderness. His gaze turns to Ava. He says, do you accept the task laid before you?
Of course.
He nods. Ava, please make a survival check.
That was a 15 plus 7.
That was a 15 plus 7. Very well. So, in the days to come, you with Melinar's help, are able to make this trip in half the time. They agree to resurrect both Bulb. However, they make you that you will reserve interests of the Enclave. Money that will go towards preserving and promoting nature, purchasing much needed supplies for the Enclave's members, and ensuring that those who live among nature are protected.
Can I do an insight check?
You may.
Really? Okay.
Alright, that was a 17. Plus 4.
The Elder Druids will, however, Melinar warns you that if you go back on your word, they would be likely to terminate your membership in the Enclave.
I wouldn't go back
Seems
on
fair.
it.
Yeah.
Sir Lucian, they are not willing to cover the full costs for, as he is not a member of the Emerald Enclave. And due to the events of the zoo episode, the Emerald Enclave is not particularly keen on working with the Lord's Alliance, but they come to an agreement, using you, Ava, as the go-between between the Emerald Enclave and Narthal's Lord's Alliance. You and Narthal essentially passing messages between the two factions. And they are willing to cover a portion of the cost of resurrecting Sir Lucian if the Lord's Alliance covers at least half of it themselves. So I would ask Narthal to please make a persuasion check.
Oh, I didn't know I was there.
Or you're acting as the go-between between Ava's faction and your own faction that Sir Lucian is a member of.
Persuasion. 17.
The Lord's Alliance will grant a resurrection, or most likely both, will have to perform a favour for the Lord's Alliance. Do you accept these terms?
For a favour?
Yes, that you will owe them a favour in the future.
Only if M1 wants to keep Sir Lucian.
That's a good question, does he? Is he here to do that?
So M1, you are Sir Lucian's soul. If they resurrect you, will you return to your body? Or would you like to move on to the afterlife and get a new character?
Oh, who wants me dead?
I'm pretty sure everyone wants you back. It's entirely up to you, though.
Yeah, it's all up to you, man.
Yeah, it's your character that you got to play.
I will not turn to another journalist. I will come back.
You'll come back very well.
There's no journalist here, you fucking knob.
And so, Narthal, and speaking for Sir Lucian, you accept the terms of this agreement. Sir Lucian shall be resurrected, but the two of you will owe a favour to the Lord's Alliance to be called in at an undetermined point in the future. Finally, the matter of Bulb. You find that Bulb had actually prepared a small will prior to leaving for Xanathar's lair, and he has made it known in his will that in the case of his death, he would like a reincarnation.
Oh?
Okay.
And not a resurrection.
Huh.
Okay. There's someone at my door.
Okay.
God damn it.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll be back in a sec.
You have the option to press the Enclave for a resurrection anyway, but
I'd rather respect his will. I mean, that's what he wants. Then it's only fair.
Very well. So, as you are springing for a reincarnation instead of a resurrection, you will not have to pay the additional costs that the Enclave was going to force upon you. They were going to force the party to pay an extra 500 GP.
Oh, thank God.
To pay for the extra additional costs of resurrecting Bulb. However, reincarnation is well within the Enclave's capabilities, and in fact, the Elder Druids grant permission to Melinar to perform the ritual himself. And so, as the sun rises the very next day, as the autumn winds begin to buffet the people of Waterdeep and blow the leaves, the dead leaves of the last season across the cobblestone, as the wind blows old life away, you assemble in Falconmere Estate as Melinar and some of the Elder Druids convene to conduct the reincarnation ritual. Bulb, I'd like you to roll a D100, please.
I was actually going to ask if we would be able to make a custom table with some of the other races and then reveal it next week if we're close to the end of the session.
Okay, yeah, we're close to the end of this session. Would you like to just... Okay, we can reveal it now, though. I'll tell you what. We won't do the D100. As the reincarnation spell is cast, a figure, Bulb's new form, materializes in the middle of the quiet courtyard as the wind blows the remnants of old life away. Bulb, what have you reincarnated as?
Would you let me use the race that I sent the private message to you?
Let me just check.
It is Unearthed Arcana.
It is. Yes. I will allow you to use that race.
Okay. I reincarnate as a...
And as the wind continues to blow, as the leaves rustle, moving across the courtyard floor, Bulb's new form materializes, much shorter than he was before, barely being able to match Bobbit in height. And you all look on. Trademark staff is a small bird, is a small humanoid bird. Its face, the passive, the passive, kindly face of a large barn owl.
Bobbit just immediately runs over, barely even paying attention to what he reincarnated, and just starts hugging for dear life.
I return. What did I miss?
I came back as an owl.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you came back as a what?
Bulb reincarnated as an owl folk.
Cool.
Yeah. As Bobbit hugs me, I pat him on the back and go, that didn't go as I planned.
Yes. Yeah.
And then, as you're all hugging Bulb, you hear the sound of rattling armor, and then all loud. Look over. Then you see Sir Lucian stepping into the courtyard. Right as rain. And
Bobbit just looks and goes, Bobbit hugged you the last time. Bobbit just looks over him and just goes, Bobbit already hugged you when you died last time. Now hugs for Bulb.
I just want to know, Sir Lucian, and I just wish to know, Sir Lucian, your brief stint in the afterlife, what exactly awaited Sir Lucian there?
Yes.
Oh God, no!
Oh, here we go.
Would he be aware of the afterlife?
Yeah,
or would he
he died proper and got resurrected, so he still has his memories of the afterlife. Whereas Bulb, basically, it would have just gone black, and then suddenly he's standing in a new body.
He's just probably crying at this moment, saying, I'm Scuttlebutt. I always was a Scuttlebutt, so he's accepted himself. He's seen the truth. Coming down white loincloth robes.
As he saw all the other scuttlebutts beyond the pearly gates beckoning him.
Oh my god, imagine him at the pearly gates. It's just like that whole Lion King thing of just generations of scuttlebutts going, remember who you are.
Exactly.
Can I go up to Bobbit?
Yes, you can.
And I wipe away whatever tears were on her eyes. It's, I forgive you. I forgive you. And I lean over to her ear and I say, I'll parry you into the next dimension if you do any shit like that again.
What?
What did Bobbit do?
Just called him Scuttlebutt.
Oh, okay. I got really confused.
Yeah.
Bobbit's still hugging Bobbit's just like, what?
And so, as Bobbit says...
Actually, I was going to say, he turns around to the base going, can we send him back? Bobbit doesn't think he came back properly. Did you break him?
I'm a Scuttlebutt.
So Lucian just looks up at the sky, places his hand on the hilt of his sword and says, I am Sir Lucian Scuttlebutt, and you have my sword.
It's a singular, not plural.
And with Sir Lucian finding some measure of peace with his name, we close...
If he found peace with his name, why did he threaten a 10-year-old?
He's got to keep up appearances.
I mean, you've got a point.
He's got to keep up appearances, and he's not entirely at peace with it. You know, he still doesn't want the general public to know that's what his name is.
Bobbit's telling everyone now. You started this shit, I will end it.
And so ends the era of insecure petty Sir Lucian, and we welcome Honourable Knight Sir Lucian, who will defend his friends with his life.
And is still kind of petty when he feels like it.
Still when he feels like it, when he wants to lord over you. But as he said, as he kneels before you, you have his sword. And with that, we end this week's session.
Yay!
It takes about a week it takes about a 10-day to attune to the Stone of Galore, so that's what Narthal will be doing before the next session. And upon attuning to the Stone of Galore, you will learn where the entrance to the Vault of Dragons is, and how to access it.
Woo!
You all receive 1 inspiration point.
Yeah.
Changes is your racial bonuses.
Yep.
Oh,
So
and
you're-
with Tatches... Oh, actually, the new Unearthed Arcana
That
doesn't
means you're
actually...
not an asthma anymore.
No, he's a bird. But he's a bird, though.
Yeah, when you reincarnate, you keep your rolled attributes and everything else. You just change your racial.
Is
Yeah.
he just a bird or
But
a me bird?
He's
I will allow you, Bowl. I will allow you to re-roll your physical attributes. Will allow you to re-roll your physical attributes. And aside from that, everything else is the same about you. Your class is still the same. Your possessions, basically, you're just getting new physical. However, I do know you wanted an Owl-folk monk, so that may be an idea for a dual class.
Maybe.
Yes. Inspiration point and the ability to re-roll your physical attributes. And Sir Lucian, you get 2 inspiration points.
Huzzah!
Thank you.
Butt scuttle.
Can we just praise me for a second?
Yeah, you
MVP.
take MVP for this.
Yes, got the Stone of Galore out.
With an exceedingly very close second place to Narthal for helping
Yes, stall
the remaining
Xanathar.
party escape with our fucking lives.
Yes. MVP to Ava and Narthal because Ava stole the stone,
Yeah, cool.
and Narthal somehow managed to talk down bloody Xanathar.
I just stole it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I was going to say, there's your canon for why he doesn't come after us in that 10-day period. He's going to be too busy being pissed off about his entirely ruined meal.
Well, for one, the stone is missing, so he now doesn't even know he won't even know where the entrance to the Vault of Dragons is, so there's no reason to send anyone to go get it now, because he doesn't know where it is. And secondly, he's going to be, let us say, reshuffling most of his staff in the coming weeks. Because of that meal and this whole thing where the stone got stolen and people managed to actually infiltrate his lair and make out with the stone without him knowing.
So what you're saying is Bobbitt's plan actually did kind of work.
Yes.
Small king towards the end, but we got the result.
But, yep, thanks to your plan, Xanathar is going to be far too aggravated to actually bother trying to get the stone back from you. He's just going to write this, he's going to chalk this up as a loss and restructure his staff.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a nice way of saying kill off the old stuff and then kill the new ones.
However, as you leave Falconmere Estate, head back into Waterdeep, back to Trollskull Alley to have a well-deserved celebratory feast, you remember that the Xanathar possession of the Stone of Galore, you can't help but feel that they will have one last-minute trick up their sleeves. But we will find out in the next episode. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed that very tense episode.
Yeah, and thanks for the ask lunch and asshole.
Next week we will be taking a break because Remy's D&D campaign on Tuesday. But on Thursday next week there will be no more Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and so we will look forward to seeing you 2 weeks from now when finally, ready with the Stone of Galore, our heroes head to the Vault of Dragons to plunder the 1 million gold pieces of the titular dragon heist. But will it be as easy as it seems? You'll have to tune in to find out.
Will we all die? Probably.
Thank you to our patron BCG.
I mean, we had 2 today. What's
2 deaths today. Thank you to our patron BCG for the continued support.
Yes.
And until we join you next time, remember, if you see a trapdoor in a kitchen, maybe don't climb it because it may lead you face to face with a beholder. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.
That advice is oddly specific.
It is. We will see you guys tomorrow night for Call of Cthulhu. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.